So welcome, I was theloladass. So today gonna bring you Ambition, a Minuet in Power. So this game is developed by Joy Manufacturing and published by Iceberg Interactive. So this game is a visual novel. Like I said, I've been playing a lot of visual novels, but this is totally different from other visual novels. I think this game has different endings because there is choice that will have impacts during the game. So I think there is different endings. They don't say on Steam page, but I think there is. But this, like, you play with it's on those in the year of 1976, around there, and you are like a girl, right? You need to make your girl that you want, and then you need to, like they say, to flirt with some guys to get some to get some money or getting some secrets, like that. Of course, your choice have consequence, like I said. That's why this game called about like that style compared to other visual novels is not like amazing, but to call my attention was the story and of course the choice, because I like that. So let's start here. New game. Okay, prologue. Event story 20 March 1789. Past long time ago. The game added them for people to test, but I think the demo had some issues. So I hope they optimized those problems that the demo had. Okay. These dots means there is more story ahead. Click here in text box to advance. Okay, we know about that. Okay, the carriage rumbles and bounces along the cobbles as you approach Paris. It's taken over a week to get here, even carrying just yourself and your luggage. Your fiancé Armand arranges for a carriage to take you from your small village to a tavern he enjoys called the Orphan's Feast. There you'll meet up with you. You will likely take dinner together, and then he'll show you to your new home in Paris. For now, though, you have already finished all of your books, and Armand's letter is only entertainment other than staring out the window. So, these buttons in the text box let you what you'll do or say next. Click one. So, the choice. Okay, might as well take in the sides, ring the letter one more time, 1/3. Coachman, let's go. I don't have all day. No, let's read the letter. Okay, you must have read the brief letter over 100 times, but you always found new details to puzzle over. Armand's letters were often extremely long, a habit you'll frequently tease him for in your own missives. Chere Yvette, I know it may be sudden, but I want to invite you to live with me in Paris. Back in your provincial hometown, you were engaged to Armand before he moved north to Paris to participate in the States General. He dreamed of changing the continent, and this was the political event of the century. You mailed love letters soaked in perfume. He replied with volumes about how much he missed you. The romance of it all helped make up for the inconvenience. Not that your parents care much about the romance. At first you'll be afraid to tell them their youngest daughter wanted to move far away. Instead, they nearly flew onto the carriage to follow Armand to Paris. So we were a poor girl and we met someone that is rich, right? That lives like in Paris, so that to be rich. While you understood the civic benefits of your common family will receive from your marriage into a noble one, you couldn't help but be a little annoyed at their eagerness to see you off. I can't wait for you to see it. It's unlike anything back home, a true vital place where anyone can be anything. Je t'embrasse, Armand. That was something you were looking forward to, a chance to be something more. After all, Baroness Yvette de Marbre has a centering too. Coachman, can we pick up the pace, please? Might as well take insights. Let's say this so. You crane your neck out the window to peer at Paris. It's even more than you imagine. The streets are riot of color and energy as people go about their days. Elegant persons of fashion strut like brilliant peacocks. Students stumble under the weight of their books. Beggars alternate between pleading for alms and shouting invectives at passers-by. Everything feels significant. like the world's next act inch on all of their choice. Third part of you is worried about your unfamiliar surroundings. You mostly feel excited. This place is to be the stage for your new life. Before you know it, the carriage starts slowing down. You must be here. Armand arranged to meet you at a tavern named Dorfen Feast. As tired and rumpled as you are glad that he planned to meet you in a place with ample food and wine. When you arrive, the coachman helps you out of the carriage and you find yourself outside a glowing, friendly-looking tavern. The sign shows a grubby-looking child holding a plate, peeled egg with fresh bread and roasted meats. This must be the place. Here goes nothing. No, let's say this. This must be the place. Inside, a woman polishing a lantern looks up at you as you enter, and her face breaks into a bright smile. Bonjour, madame, and welcome to the Orphan's Feast. Her eyes linger expectantly on the door for a moment before settling on you. You are suddenly reminded of how rare it is for a woman to travel by themselves. How may I be of service? She asks. This is my first time here. Is there anything I should know to help me find my fiancée? This tutorial? I'm looking for my fiancée by Armand de Marbre. There is no tutorial, so because it's the first time that I'm playing, I go for the tutorial. Don't worry, while the rest of the city can be rather cutthroat, the feast is a relaxed place for getting your feet under you. The woman puts down the lantern she was polishing. She favors you with a devious smile. Find guests worth talking to and try to say the right things to the right people. You will never have time to talk to everyone, so try to use your time wisely. I'm sure that if you ask around, you'll be able to find your fiancé in no time. So I'm doing the tutorial now because I chose the tutorial. But if you are playing second time, you can choose the bottom, that is the no tutorial, because you already know how it works. When she puts it that way, it sounds easy. While you only have one outfit to your name at the moment, the Orphan Feast doesn't feel like a particular judgmental place in terms of fashion. Your credibility won't be shifted by what you are wearing here. As long as you explore the tavern and talk to people, you should be able to find Armand soon enough. Like she said, there is no time to talk to everyone. Okay, so it shows remaining turns. You only have 2 remaining turns. Okay. Who should we talk? This is the party map. Select a room to talk with people there. Okay. You have 3 people to talk, but 2 turns. Okay. Let's start with these 2 in here. This part, select a room to talk. It's not like this. How does it? Nothing works. So this is the party map. Select room, a room to talk with people there, but nothing works. It has to be in there. Okay, they could say that in pick conversation, not only pressing the face. You this pick conversation. Okay. Well, okay. An amorous inquiry. While you search for Armand, an handsome young man approaches you. Perhaps you'll be able to help. Potential rewards: 5 to 10 credibility and 0.5 peril. Should we talk with these? Or let me see this. A reason for travel. A fellow traveler sits at the nearest table. Having recently become acquainted with Paris himself, perhaps he will be able to point you in the right direction. Okay, you need different rewards. There is a lot. Alex favor, Orwell favor. Ludovico favor. But this like minus 10 to 5. The credibility that we lose. Oops. Okay, with this we don't lose credibility, but we lose livre. You spent a long time while in the discomfort of that carriage. Now might be a good time to get something to drink and see if that the staff knows where you can find Armand. Yeah, the staff can know Armand, because if he's like someone known, they could know, but we lose his livre. Livre is coins, that's in here, okay, money. credibility is in here, and peril is this. Okay, I think I go for the staff. Is what I think, because they can know where it is Armand. Okay, you sweep your gaze over the crowded tavern and strain your ears for the sound of Armand's voice, but have yet to find anything. It's hard to walk around with all of your luggage, which only slows your progress further. The other patrons don't look particularly happy with you either. You bump into yet countless patrons with your bags, and your searching is starting to give the impression that you are eavesdropping. Just as you start to feel a little frustrated by this, the barmaid from before approaches you. Madam, you look parched. Can I get you anything? I'll take some of the house wine, please, so you waste some money. I just some water, I'm parched. My fiancée Armand is supposed to be here. Could you help me find me? Okay. Let's say this. Oh, a missing person? That sounds interesting. What's it like? Oh shit. He's funny, wears his hair in a ponytail and always has big grin on his face. His indulge wears a blue coat and always has a book or a pamphlet with him. He's tall and handsome with chestnut brown hair. This is hard because we don't know how he is. Maybe in the beginning explain how he was, but you need to pay attention. I think he's intelligent because he wrote a letter, is what I gotta say. A smart fellow like that shouldn't be too hard to notice. You just stay here and I will see what I can find. She leaves your table to inquire with all the other patrons about her. You are not sure if your description was enough to go off, but she knows the place better than you. Perhaps she'll have better luck. She returns a few minutes later and gives you a shrug. Madam, I'm sorry to tell you this, but I simply can't find your arm anywhere. She slips a piece of paper to you. You glance down and see her hastily written notes. Don't know what's going on. Patrons get upset when I mention your fiancé. Even the owner won't talk. Please, you have to help me find him, or pardons more, but it appears that you left something off of my receipt. No, say nothing. Because they don't like that you are asking about him. Okay. The mermaid gives you a tiny shrug, but otherwise remains silent. She leaves you, and you take this time to examine your fellow patrons. Now that you are not taking up too much space, people seem to have lost interest in you. You spend the next hour taking in the room, but can't seem to find any trace of Armand, even the sound of his laugh. Okay. You have a limited amount of turns to talk at each party. Conversing in a room always costs one turn. Choose wisely. Okay, we know about this. That was one of the, like I say, this visual novel is different from other visual novels because it's by turns that you need to talk. It's like that. That's why it caught my attention, because it's different from other visual novels. Okay, so now we have these two to talk. The only ones that you need to talk. A country woman. Now that you are more acclimated to the guests and travels of the orphan's feast, you should be able to find someone that can lead you to Armand. Okay, let's start with this show. After hours of questioning and searching, it's late in the evening and you still yet to find Armand. You are not even sure why, but you feel exhausted. Who knew talking to people was such hard work? Now that you are warmer up, this may be your chance to finally find out where Armand is. You approach a woman who you had spotted glancing your way early. I look for my fiancé Armand. Have you seen? Pardon me. Have you seen Barrow the Marble? My name is Yvette. I look for someone. Can you help me? Good questions. It's like you could introduce yourself, right? Let's say this. She laughs nervously at your request, shifting from foot to foot. She makes small talk for a brief moment before excusing herself and disappearing into the crowd. The room appears to be emptying out. A gentleman you remember seeing earlier walks by. He might prove a little bit more useful. Monsieur, a moment of your time. Have you seen my fiancé, the Baron the Marble? Excuse me, can you help a woman in need? Do you know my man named Armand? Maybe saying the Baron of the Marble. He looks at you, glances over to the woman who you spoke with her, then quicks his pace as he walks by. The room is emptying out of you even faster. You manage to get the attention of another woman. Hello, could you... let's say this. She doesn't even slow down before she leaves. After a third person gives you the cold shoulder, you start to wonder what happened. Are you really that out of place? Is it something about Armand? What is going on here? Still, you check around the Orphan Feast one last time. There is no sign of Armand, not even an open tab with the tavern keep. So there was no way to get information, right? I think. After waiting around for a few hours, you leave the Orphan Feast, dragging your small mountain of luggage behind you. After all, the coach was only hired to take you to the tavern. Armand may not have been waiting for you like he said he would, but you memorized his address from all of the times you wrote it on your letters to him. In the middle of the night, but the street is still teeming with life. The light from the windows and the street lamps sparkle like stars. You are tired and your feet hurt, but still you can't help but smile. This is Paris. No matter what happens, you are still here. For a brief moment, you are not a country girl dragging luggage through the streets. You are the person you feel that you are when you close your eyes alone. You are overseeing a grand saloon surrounded by poets, musicians, scientists, philosophers, and artists. You are elegant, sophisticated, and respected. You are getting close to the address. Armand never described his living conditions much, but he is the son of a baron, and his family was always well-to-do, especially compared to yours. You have spent a lot of time in that carriage wondering about the home you'll spend your new life in. Still, you didn't expect this. Calling the house rustic would imply that you were out in the country, not in the center of a city. The neighborhood is nice enough, but you are worried that if you breathe too hard on the building, it will fall over. A well-kept woman in the tie of maid opens the door and approaches you. Yeah, look at the house, how it is. What? Ah, bonsoir. I assume you must be Madame Yvette. My name is Camille. Monsieur Armand told me to expect you. Merci Camille, please take me to Armand. Is this where he lives? Oh god, the rats in there ate him, didn't they? No, let's say the first one. I was hoping that he was with you. Camille replies hesitantly. I haven't seen him in days. Thank you, Camille. Do you think I was alright? He has a lot of explaining to do. No, let's say the first one too. I'm sure he's fine, madame. Camille replies with a tone of voice that doesn't fill you with confidence. Glancing around, Camille seems to notice your amount of luggage for the first time. Mon Dieu, madame. Did you carry this all yourself? You must be exhausted. She's not wrong. You are not certain how you are still upright and awake right now. I already made up your bed, madam. Please go inside and let me take care of this. You take your diary and leave the heavy lifting to Camille. The inside of the house isn't much better than the outside. Camille keeps the place tidy, but she can only do so much. Still, you don't care about that right now. You are just happy to have a roof over your heads. You flop down on a nearby couch, open your diary and start to write. You are tired, disappointed, and perhaps abandoned. But writing things down always helps you make sense of a situation. It's not what we expected. Okay, so what is this now? The Orphan Feast, hosted by Novelty Lost 0. Okay, we didn't lost nothing, but we didn't got any rewards. That's a shame. Yes, we didn't lost nothing, but we didn't get nothing too. Damn it. But like I say, some visual novels have always amazing artwork. In here you can see that the artwork isn't amazing, but when you end something, you can see the effort in here on that artwork. So this is good. Okay, 21 March 1789. Okay, so now it's an invitation for Armand. Early the next morning, Camille approached you, occasionally wringing her apron with her hands. She is always nervous. Madame, there is something you should know. Taking a deep breath, she continues. You are expected to attend the party the day after tomorrow, held by one Viscountess Marcel de Foix. Armand replied to the invitation, but you were to be his date. Explain the part. Why didn't you tell me soon? What do you know about Viscountess de Foix? Yeah, let's ask this. I don't know, there is nothing more about them. Okay, so free choice only. I'm sorry, but Viscountess is just felt above my station, so I tried not to pay attention whenever she came up. Camille replies with a shrug. I know that she never visited the house. Monsieur Armand seemed to like her, but from what I could tell, she was a little, how do I put this? Judgmental. She was a little very judgmental. I hope that helps, madam. Well, at least I have a part to go to. Camille, why didn't you tell me about this invitation sooner? No, I don't want to blame Camille. That's what it is. I will say, well, at least I have a party. Camille looks visibly relieved. Parfait. If you need anything while you are prepared, just ask. That reminds me, Camille exclaims. If you are going to a party, you should probably make sure you are dressed properly. Fashion moves so quickly here that people tie outfits before they even wear out. Jesus. At this proclamation, you can't help but notice that Camille's uniform has been repaired many times. Yeah, you can see that she's a maid, right? But not like from those rich maids that you can see the outfit clean like this. No, you can see all dirty. So maybe Armand lied to us. Camille continues. Monsieur Armand was always going through clothes so quickly. He said that every outfit had a certain amount of novelty. Every time you wore them to a party, the novelty would go down a bit. Okay? In fact, even a little thing like wearing the same thing twice in a row could run the novelty out faster. Can you imagine? Okay, so you need to be careful. Not dress twice in a row the same dress. So always change. Okay. Fortunately, he knew the most delightful clothier on Rue du Faubourg Saint-Honoré. She runs a shop called Le Petit Mongol. I'll draw you some direction. Immediately she starts sketching some directions, mostly just simple renderings of local landmarks. Le Petit Mongol is now available to visit in the Paris map. If you head out today, you should be well prepared for the party tomorrow night. Okay, so they want us to go to that party. Okay, you gain a level of exhaustion by attending a party. Any levels of exhaustion that you have at start of a party or rendezvous will give you a penalty to your credibility. Worry not, for you will discover ways to reduce your exhaustion soon. Okay, so every time that you gain a level of exhaustion, will give a penalty to your credibility. Okay, so it's like the more exhaustion you have, more penalties you will get to your credibility. Okay, so you need to reduce all your exhaustion, but you're gonna discover more ways to reduce. Okay, what is this now? How do I make this disappear? Okay, les actualités de la semaine, events. So this is the part that we go. As you can see, that's in here. So we have this time, right, to do it. So these already passed, I think, because we are already on 21. Okay, so we need to take chance in here to go. Okay, explore Paris, because we need a dress. Okay, so points of interest is like with a rose. That's in this, right? Shop, of course. Current objective. Okay, this shows that it's the current objective. An incident. Okay. You can always hide the legend, but I think it's best. Okay, so we have to go in here because it's the only one. Small shop, visit location. There we go. It's a long walk to Rue du Faubourg Saint-Honoré, but the trek to the narrow street is worth it. Every block hums with a vibrant energy bursting with life. Porters and social climbers wing their way through the streets festooned with brightly colored parcels. Paris may be a city swimming in fashion and finery, but this is the source. This street is home to all the major fashion houses in the country and to José Bertin, personal dressmaker to the Queen herself. And now you are here, back home. They sight and dreams of places like this, then quite get back to their little lives. Not you. In your circumstance, maybe less than ideal, but you are still here. Le Petit Mongol, you mumble to yourself idly, trying to make sure you remember the name of the shop. Eventually, you find a small boutique tucked between some far grander buildings. You open the door and walk into the tiny shop, which seems even smaller due to how absolutely full it is. This isn't just a boutique, it's a workshop for whoever works here. Rolls of gorgeous fabric cover every available surface. A cloying smoke hangs in the air. The scent is pleasant, but wholly unfamiliar. As soon as the door swings shut behind you, you hear a sudden rustling of fabric fur in the store. A customer? Alhamdulillah, a surprised young voice calls out. So this is called Fatima. Bonjour, madame, and welcome to Le Petit Mongol. A woman person the owner calls out to you. How may I help you? So I have a important party, so I need to look amazing. No tutorial. Pay attention to this. All of this is so new. What can you tell me about outfits and fashion? The tutorial. What is this smell? So now I'm gonna for tutorial because I'm learning the game. At those words, she looks giddy to the point of bursting, but tries to play it off as knowing smile. This deception is only half successful. Oh, I think I can help with that. So if it's the second time that you play, you don't need the tutorial. Okay, so select one of my lovely outfits to see if it's to your liking. Remember, my stock changes every day, so be sure to visit often. Okay. Okay, it shows how our character is, and conservative crown for plus 30, church plus 1, military plus 5, but for bourgeoisie minus 1 and revolution minus 40 and cost 100 novelty. But we can't purchase because it says 148. Why? Okay. Every faction in the game prefers different kinds of outfits. Yes, you can see in here. Dressing appropriate for the occasion makes people trust you more and increase your credibility. If you like it, you can click purchase to buy it. Yeah, we can see. So, what was the guy? You need to pay attention to everything. It says that private gathering, but I don't know what they were. Then you can sell too. You're gonna be able to sell outfits, it seems. Let's see Robe de Coir. Okay, you can see the change. So crown. Okay, we lose to crown on church, but we gain for military, bourgeoisie, and revolution. And this crown we lose to church and we lose to revolution. Okay. What the hell? Provincial dress. Okay, it's the same as the first, but it's different in terms of plus. And in here we lose to crown, but you gain to military and revolution, but you don't lose to bourgeois and church. But I don't know what they are. Okay, we can see this. Okay, you can see like this. This part is being held by the crown. Okay. They like conservative gowns. Sometimes they like caraco, ensembles, and robes à la polonaise. There is nothing like that. Robes à la polonaise. Okay. It's crown, but this I can't buy. Provincial dress. I can't buy this. I can't go for this because they are crown, like these shows. They're held by crown, so you need crown. So I need to go like this. But this outfit is so ugly, man. You need to press it. So livre, it's like how you want. You have crown. They should say this too, that you can choose by here. You have a lot. So because it's crown, you put in here the mouse. It shows that it is held by the crown. They like conservative gowns. So this, but I don't have the money for this. Sometimes they like caraco, ensembles, and robes à la polonaise. Caraco, ensembles. There is nothing like that. The robes à la polonaise. No. Damn it! I don't want to be like that. Because conservative crown, we don't have the money. Caraco, ensembles, and robes à la polonaise. There isn't that. I'm trying to search in here. Caraco, nothing. Those dresses don't exist. Apolonize. Almost that it was. Yeah, let's go like this, and there is no outfits that they sometimes like. They like conservative gowns. This provisional. Yeah, this what they like, but we can't because we don't have the money. So maybe in the beginning when we were on the tavern, right? There was I think there was no way to gain money. So I think I go like, no, I can't buy even this then. So I need to go as provisional, right? Yeah, I think I need to go like that. It's the only money that I have. Those that gives you a lot for the crown, I don't have money, right? Yeah. It's always this that I have money, the provincial dress, so yep, it has to be this. Confirm? Yes. Because it gives crown, so it's better to go. Just spend some of your money. Livres are used to buy outfits, pay servants, yep, and more. Try to make sure you always have some on hand. Okay. So we already bought it. So now we'll leave shop. But like Camille explained, do not use the same outfit twice in a row. Okay. You awaken to the vision of sunlight filtering through the shutters, scattering sunbeams across this dusty bedroom. It takes a few minutes before you groggily remember the events that brought you here. You also remember that tonight you have a party to attend. Camille enters your bedroom, already full of cheer. Madam, when you like to start getting ready? Okay, if this important invitation makes it seem, I should start preparing now. Not that Camille have some things that I need to take care of today. It's hard. Because it's important, because it's crown, right? So I think I'm gonna say it first. That's good to hear. This preparation always seems to take all day. On days where you have a party, you won't really have time to spend exploring Paris. Okay, that's good. Once you go to Ardog, you can get started. No tutorial can be already quite good at this. No tutorial? No, I want to continue with the tutorial. So, in here. Don't worry, madam. A glamorous woman like yourself is sure to catch on quickly. Okay, click here to go to the wardrobe. Click here, right, go to the party that I want. Okay. Click on the outfit to select what you wear this. So we have this that gives a provincial outfit. Only gives military. Damn. Because we want this. What is it? This part is being held by crown. Okay, this you already know. Okay, now that you have our outfit selected, you can click here to go to the party. Okay, so because we have one exhaustion level, so exhaustion level 1 minus 5 calorie paired at your next part of rendezvous, so we're gonna have less minus 5 credibility. Okay, but that is because it's for now to learn. When your car drops you off at the party, you find yourself waiting in line for quite some time. Look at the other guests, you wonder if you are undressed or overdressed. It's honestly hard to tell. You look over yourself one last time and confirm that you are wearing your provincial dress to a party being held by the crown. Okay, you have just gained some credibility. The more credibility you have, the easier it is for you to deceive someone during credibility check. Oh, so this credibility and this pair that I said. So we have 6 credibility. Okay. So when it's the credibility check, you can deceive. Okay. The guests approve of your outfit and your credibility has increased. With operations like this, tonight should be a largely positive affair. While you are determining your standing in the world of fashion, you manage to overhear interesting rumor while in line. You make a mental note of it just in case. You have gained a piece of cheap crown gossip. This will be useful to wear. Useful later. But where is that? I don't see it. Unfortunately, you can feel exhaustion setting as soon as you think of full itinerary ahead of you. Tonight is going to be a long night. Oh, and we lost credibility. Being exhausted has given you a credibility penalty. We already knew. But I had 6. Okay, we only have 1 now. Okay. Immediately upon entering the vestibule, you are greeted by a doorman holding a small ledger. While he isn't physically barring your entry, his manner certainly is. Name, madam? He asks expectantly. Yvette Decaux or Baron Armand de Marble? Yvette Decaux. The doorman looks perplexed at you for a moment, flipping through his ledger. I do not see your name here, madam. I am Baron Armand de Dates. He could not attend, yeah. At that is most unfortunate. The doorman replies, surprised and disappointed. The good Viscount therefore was looking forward to seeing him tonight. Please convey our deepest regrets at his absence, our well wish to his health. Is there anything I can get you? Please convey my deepest gratitude to our hostess, and that I'm eager to meet her. Oui, madame. I shall make sure that the Viscountess hears of it myself. You hear some murmurs from other guests in the vestibule. Your gratitude and enthusiasm seem to have made an impression on them. Too, the doorman seems rather unfazed. Oh, we got credibility because we say that we are Yvette, and they say like, wait, your name isn't here. Then we say like we are the dates of Harmony. Okay, you have gained a little credibility. Okay, we are 6 again. I think they could increase this to be bigger. Like that is easy to see the numbers. Okay. Before you can ask any other question, he bows deeply up to you. Pardonnez-moi, Madame Viscountess Defort instructed me specifically to inform her as soon as you had arrived. We have heard so much about you. Enjoy the part, he says with a smile before leaving. Okay, we have only 2 turns to talk. Let's see, who is this? Explained the hostess, the gentleman who just entered the room seems like he's being too quiet a few of these sort of events. Perhaps he can tell you more about the host of the party, okay. But we lose credibility. Who are these? The royal painter. Some guests are admiring a painting of the hostess. Apparently it was paid by someone considered skilled. In fact, you might even be able to meet such person later. Yeah, but we lose a lot. Okay, a pair of ladies are whispering among themselves about some rumor concerning the family of His Majesty King Louis. That information could be useful later. Okay, it's like you get cheap crown gossip, but you lose some credibility. So with everyone you lose credibility. So I think I go for this, because we get a gossip. Okay. You approach a pair of women who are already in the midst of conversation. Speaking quickly in low voice, they don't seem to have noticed you. It's been days since the Queen has made any official appearance at Versailles. One of them fiercely whispers to the other. It is said that the Dauphin's health is worsening and she spends every minute by his side. Your ears perk up at this. The Queen's eldest son is only 7 years old, but he's been afflicted with consumption for years now. Rumors don't have much value, but if there is some evidence to this claim, then this could be valuable gossip indeed. He's overcome the condition before, perhaps he'll do it again. Okay, pardon me, but I will manage to consult my brother suffering from it too. Eavesdrop or leave them alone. No, let's go for this. Your brother never actually came down with the illness, but he's not here to contest that fact. You smile and pretend to be obvious as to who they are discussing, so as to mask your intent. Well, our friend's son has been sick for quite some time now, and she's been taking quite hard. I recently heard that she privately vowed not to leave her son's side until he slept through the night, but she's been with him for over a week. He keeps waking up in fits of coughing. You nod with appropriate look of concern, while angrily memorizing the details. The Queen swearing vows, leaves hanging in the balance. This is what makes quality gossip. You have gained a piece of sheep crown gossip. This will be useful later. Nicely done. You continue to chat with them as they dance around the issue of who exactly you are talking about. You helpfully offer up some home remedies for coughing fits that you have heard in the past, and they act as grateful as etiquette requires. Eventually, you part ways with each other so you can explore the rest of the party. Nice, so we got the gossip. And now it's only this person in here. Marcel appears. A woman in a strangely pink dress is approaching. You carry a pet dog. Judging by the way all the guests are looking at her, you can surmise that this is Marcel Defoe, the woman who invited you and Armand here. So potential rewards is losing credibility and or earning some peril, of course. The dog in there. You nearly mistake the woman standing in front of you for some kind of walking confection. A pampered dog lounged in her arms. I don't believe we had the chance to properly introduce ourselves. I'm Viscountess Marcel Defoe. Her voice raised in volume imperceptibly, but it's enough to draw the attention of the large crowd in the room. Everyone, this is Yvette, Armand, fiancée. A murmur of interest slashed through the crowd, and you can feel their eyes focus on you. I'm so glad to see you. Armand, that ambitious little thing, has told me so much about you. In fact, I would say that he's quite infatuated with you. A common girl like yourself, you are so lucky. We gained some credibility, nice. So we have now 11. Where is Armand, by the way? That's what I was hoping to find out. Do you know where I could find him? Poor Armand is ill at the moment, but he insists that I attend your party, so we can lie if you want. I think I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna say this. Marcel stares at you, concerned and shocked. You don't know where he is, and yet you still came to this little event of mine. She gestures a free hand at the most splendid party you have ever seen in your life. That's so kind of you. Of course I will help. So you gain more credibility because we didn't lie. Nice. After all, you already helped me. Armand, that abused little rat, was always reaching above his station, always asking for people to listen to ideas that nobody should even dare entertain. His audacity truly knew no bounds. Her eyes are focused on you, but she's speaking to the crowd, who seem to whisper in agreement. Even the dog regards you with malice. Now, not only do I find out that he's a coward who fled his fiancée and the consequence of his gall, but now I have this commoner who doesn't know her place either. Why do you invite Armand? I'm guessing this means you don't know where he is. I may be a commoner, but at least I know how to treat my guests. This peril. We can be good to her, like why do you invite Armand here? But or we can do this. This shall increase your peril by a small amount. But what is this peril? Is it a good thing or is it bad? I think it's bad because the way that you talk. I'm trying to think what will be good. Because they are treating bad. I have this comer who doesn't know her place either. I'm gonna say this. For a moment the crowd hushed. You seem to have struck a nerve. Even the dog looks a little undone. Look at the dog like crying. I suppose that when cornered, even a rat will think it's a lion. Marcel whispers, her voice like ice. Okay, we gained credibility. Look at this, 46. You have gained a little favor with members of Revolution. Okay, but how you see this? You don't have a way to see, but you know that you gain a little favor with members of Revolution. Okay. She advances on you, close enough to feel the heat on her breath. Let me be clear, you and your grasping traitor's fiancé are not guests in my home, nor you will ever be. I invited him here so I could express my displeasure to him in person. Okay, so she doesn't like Armand and us, of course. You have gained some peril. You gained some peril. While peril's decision can often get you what you want, if your peril bar fills up, then it means something unfortunate will happen to you. Be careful with how much you take on. Okay, I understand what it is. Like you can get things that is favor for you, but if it's full, you're gonna get bad things. Okay, now I understand. Now pay attention, because I will hate for you to miss the point. If you should ever find your wandering man, tell him that he is an unwelcome cunning weasel. In fact, both of you should go back to your pretty little village and leave Paris to your superiors. Marcel studies your face intently for a moment, and her voice suddenly fills with concern. Oh, you poor girl, don't look so hurt. Think of this educational. You don't belong in Paris, the same way that a stray cat doesn't belong in that dress. She gestures dismissively at your finery. You have lost credibility. Okay. Trying to look like us, act like us, stop. You are just embarrassing yourself. More credibility that you lost, damn. Now leave my estate and never show your face here again. Because we tried to face against her, and of course she's someone important, so our credibility will lose because people don't believe in us. Before you can reply, a vault grabs you roughly by the arm and drags you from the room. People like viscosity therefore don't need to do their own dirty work. They have served for it. It takes far longer than you like to get outside, as the entryway is crowded with guests preparing to leave. You can feel their eyes weigh heavily on you. When you finally get to the door, you feel a British shove and you stumble into the courtyard, barely keeping your balance in your heels. The area is equally crowded, with various persons entering their personal carriage. You can hear someone snicker, but you have no idea who it was. The only thing left to do is go home. Sight, this has been a night. As just leave, that's fine by me. My face was the only pretty thing in that gaudy house anyway. Can say this. Boiling over with anger, you turn and rain insults open the house, open the host, even open their dog. In fact, you consider throwing your shoe through one of their windows before you remember how much you like that shoe. It's then that you notice that several of the cars have stopped just to watch your display. Scanning the face of your new audience, you see the glaring, unamused face of various party guests. Your views on Marcel and the crowd in general have not gone unnoticed. The coachman and the valet, on the other hand, think you are hilarious. Okay, so you have lost some favor with members of Crown. Okay, you have gained some favor with the revolution again. You will meet these people later. Okay, you nod to the more appreciated members of your house before leaving towards your own carriage. When you arrive at the place where your carriage is parked, you quickly find out that it isn't. It's gone. You check to make sure that you are in the right place, but no avail. The carriage you hired is simply not there. You went home, a passing coachman says elfily while adjusting the harness on a particularly grumpy horse. Doorman came out about an hour ago and told him you want the coach to leave without you. Seemed really important, so he went home. Before you can even respond, he gets his cars moving, leaving you alone with another indignity. Going back to Marcel is unacceptable. It's too far to walk home, and most of the other guests have already left. However, there appear to be 3 other cars waiting for you to leave, each of them quite different. Perhaps one of them can help. Sorry. Inspect the carriage to the left, the bulk carriage in the middle, the extravagant carriage to the right. So, extravagant you lost to the crown, so it's better not to go to this. The bold maybe is the revolution. So I think I go for this because we gain points with the revolution. The carriage in front of you is obviously being used by a soldier of some sort. The driver is leaning intently towards the passenger compartment, waiting for orders. You recognize this here of the Queen's Dragoons on the side of the carriage. It feels noble and proud, but also capable. You consult the bullet cards for a moment. Easy is who like to ride with? Is Queen, so Corn. No, I will have other carriage. So the left. The carriage to the left of you is a foreign design and features gilded crest as its only ornament. This crest is emblazoned with a motto in Latin and appears to belong to a priest of some description. The curtains are drawn, but someone appears to have lit a lamp inside. Judging by occupied silhouette, it's like he's reading. It's hard. A priest should be willing to help a poor, innocent woman like myself. Let's see this. I think this extravagant is not very good. Swag of black crepe hang from the roof of the carriage, leaving of only gleam of gold underneath. The family band of decoration indicates that the occupant is a woman, but all of the black suggests in mourning. No, I don't want to go that, so I go for the left. Studying your dish, you set out ready to entrust your fortune to a modest stranger. You reach out and knock on the door of the carriage. The silhouette figure jumps in surprise. An accent voice calls out to you. Who is it? Fine, my name is Yvette and I'm a common woman in need. It's me, the woman just castigate those, then throw out. He's a priest. So I think it's not based like I got castigated by those, but at the same time I was in the party. And so maybe it doesn't like that. So I think I'm gonna say this. Oh my, the voice beyond the door calls out. After some fumbling, he parts the curtains of the carriage windows. Hello, Madame Decaux. Do not worry, I'm sure there is something I can do for you. How may I help you? May I trouble you for a ride home? My coachman was sticking to leaving without me. My carriage is gone and there is no way I'll walk you home in these hills and either way. No, I'm gonna say the first one. For the first time today, you see someone like you at you with genuine concern. How terrible! Please, come aboard, it's not trouble at all. He puts down his book and waves you his sides. This side of carriage is very similar to the outside. It's simple but lovely crafted. Father Sidoti sits across from you, his eyes darting between you and the small stack of books on the seat next to it. He signals the coachman by tapping the ceiling of the carriage, and you head off towards Paris. He stares at you for a while and almost starts talking before thinking better of it. This pause repeats a few more times before he finally speaks. May I ask what happened? Interprets the Parisians are a very different way of treating their party guests. I'm looking for my missing fiancée, but it turns out this park was held by one of his enemies, Imar Sebastian, but with insult. No, I'm gonna say this. He raised his eyebrows. What a horrifying turn of events. A missing fiancé, certain enemies, and now a missing carriage. It sounds like you have been beset by quite a number of misfortunes. I'm guessing then that you must be the one I heard about. I'm sorry that our host felt acceptable to treat you so poorly. Are you alright? I get the impression that you are not from Paris. What brings you here? I'm not happy with what happened. I bet I'll be alright. Honestly, I feel terrible. I just hope this ends soon as possible. Now I'm gonna say, I can't say if that is not from Paris. But like, I'm not happy with what happened, but I'll be alright. Say, okay, I'll be good. But like, you can know about him, right? So I'm gonna say this. You are right. I was born and raised in Rome. My family about as a tradition as it comes. So when my parents had 3 sons, they knew what to do with us immediately. One man of arms, one man of letters, and one he gestures the brother to himself, man of cloth. Okay. The seminar wasn't bad. It was the first time in my life that people were happy that I spent all of my time reading. I was ordained a few years ago and shuffled around to help with various parishes in Rome. All the older priests liked me because I didn't talk too much. He blushed for a moment and stared out of the window. Though that made holding mass a little difficult for me, a lot of awkward silence. A few months ago, I was pulled aside and told that I would be sent to Paris. There's been a lot of unrest here. My superiors in Rome wanted an outside opinion. He paused for a moment to fiddle with his rosary. You see, sending a bishop or cardinal here with all their retinue will arouse too much suspicion. It would make people think something bad was going to happen. A single priest? Nobody noticed that. So I didn't mean to bore you with my life story. I remember when I'm nervous. Why are you nervous? Will you believe that's the first time I share my couch with a woman? May I have to get thrown out Paris more often? Don't worry, Father, this is new to me as well. I'm gonna say this. A flash of color darkens the young priest's cheeks. While I appreciate the offer, please don't feel obligated to make enemies just for my sake. I might not always be around to save you. Okay, you gain some favor with Ludovico. Maybe it's the church? Maybe. How are you feeling right now? I gotta say this, I'm not happy with what happened. I'll tell you alright. Resistance is good, he replies, trailing off for a moment. Just make sure to give yourself time to rest. Even the most minor of interest can wear on the soul if left uncared for. Eventually Corsace dies down, the adrenaline rush of the night's disaster and indignates giving way to simple exhaustion. Father Silhouette sets it to his books and you occupy yourself watching the scenery go by and try not to fall asleep. The car stops and the coachman opens the door. As you step down into the street, Father Silhouette leans out of carriage to look at your own. Ah, I see you have chosen to live humbly. It's good for the soul, he must allow. Okay, you get a little favor with Ludovico. Until we meet again, madam, he calls Shield before the car drives off into the night. You realize that Camille is already waiting for you at the door. Who was that? She asks. Just a nice man doing Lord's work, a most intriguing young priest. I hope someone I will see again. Yeah, I gotta say this. Your mind brimming with new possibilities, you step inside and head upstairs. Slowly you get undressed and open your journal to record exactly what transpired tonight. Okay, so novelty lost. So we have 90 novelty, is it? And reward, you get the ship crown gossip, 21 credibility, 10 peril, we lost 2 Elizabeth favor, and we gained 3 Ludovico favor. Okay, not bad. I think it wasn't bad. I think it was a good day. Okay, this was the prologue. So now is chapter 1. Imagine that was only the prologue. Now it only starts the chapter. So I think the game is long. I think because, like I say, visual novels. It's good to be between 2 to 4 hours, but if it's more than 4 hours, I think people don't like because the players will get exhausted from reading a lot, and that can be bad for a visual novel. That's the time I recommend for visual novels is between 2 to 4 hours max. Okay, you wake the next morning in a bed that still feels unfamiliar. In the process of waking up, you start to recall last night's humiliation and wish that they were merely the product of your fitful dreams. Unable to go back to sleep, you spend some time tossing and turning in bed before finally sitting up. Nothing's going to make last night go away. The only option is to decide what to do next. You feel exhausted, not physically but in your very soul, like your fate in Paris has already been decided and that to remain here will be pointless. It will just be an humiliation of last night, over and over again. However, stronger than that exhaustion is the smearing rage you feel at the outrageousness of your circumstances, at the injustice of your treatment, and at the thought of going back to your tiny village after fire making it here to Paris. No, you must not go back. You cannot go back. Not while the insane candle of your ambition still burns. Camille pops into your room, already dressed and ready for the day. Bonjour, madame, she beams. It looks like you had quite an active night. Is there anything I can get you? Please find a spare pill and smother me. I'm not sure. Do you know how to make a murder like an accident? Sigh, some kind of refreshment, please. Yeah, I'm gonna say this, refreshment. Certainly, madam. What can I get you? Camille asks with a smile. Tea, please. I need to keep my wits about me if I know gain people trust. I'll have some wine. Numbing the memories of life will make me less anxious. No, tea. We want tea. Camille returns so quick with tea that you are certain she made it ahead of time. It's piping hot, fragrant, and not too bitter. You drink the brew in silence, the gears of your mind slowly getting up to speed. The tiredness fades. Your anger does not. Okay, you gain some credibility because we drink tea, but our anxious is not didn't decrease because it had to be the wine, right? You take a few moments to finish your drink in silence and collect your thoughts. Something that keeps coming to mind is all the gossip you have heard during your time at the party. Most of it was little prattle, but some of it felt scandalous and valuable. If you thought in a storage job, you will need a way to make some money. Maybe someone will be willing to buy this gossip. Is that the thing people do? Camille taps her chin thoughtfully. Well, when I was at Les Halles the other day, someone mentioned something about newspaper with this amazing society page. I think it was called La Trompette du Peuple. La Trompette du Peuple is now able to visit in Paris map. They will have to get their stories from somewhere. Why not you? In fact, I bet you will be great at that, madam. Merci Camille, I think I'll do just. I gone from Baroness to gossip monger. Great, just great. No, I gotta say this, the first one. With that, your day begins. Okay, we don't have any events, so we just need to explore Paris. Okay, so we have this to buy. If you want to buy a dress, we don't have money. So I go for here because it's only one. You can return to a state if you want, but you don't have nothing to do, so I go for here. A popular if unscrupulous newspaper spend the day here to sell gossip, manipulate public opinion, and manipulate your knowledge of political faction in Paris. Let's go there. We need money. We need money. You walk through the city following Camille's direction. Eventually you find yourself trading through narrower and narrower streets. The alleys packed with refuse and the occasional vagrant napping in the shade feel almost oppressive in their closeness. Suddenly, the alleys open up into a wider street near a square. You can hear the splashing of fountain nearby. You find the sign for La Trompette du People. The paint appears to be fresh, but the office seems awfully small. The door is locked, so you give it a knock. Nobody answers. Looking around, you find a hastily written note logging in the doorway. It reads, "Office temporarily closed, engaging in immersive fundraising efforts. We apologize for the inconvenience. Management." It's at that moment you realize the splashing in the fountain is getting louder, accompanied by some of the most inventive profanity you have ever heard. Against your better judgment, you decide to investigate. A heavy voice shouts scornfully. You come upon a man in grumpy finery up to his knees in the mountain. His shoes have carefully been placed at the water edge. He does a little jig as he drops a wet coin into his snuff box, which is clutched tightly in his other hand. Notice your press, the man in the front turns to you with a nod and a smile that attempts to be ingratiating. Bonjour, madame. Are you Pierre, the estimated of La Trompette du People? Are you serious? This is your message fundraising? No, I don't want to be bad to him. I gotta say it first. His mouth broadens and the man bows. His manner sounds as elegant as the finest courtier of Versailles. Why, in fact I am. Bon dame, my name is Pierre Renaudot. How may I be of service? I have some vows, so I want a tutorial. Yep. This is no tutorial, I want tutorial. If I want to sell some gossip, how will that work? Edwin's smile crossed his face. New to this, are you? Don't worry, it's much easier than you think. Let's see how it works. This list shows all the pieces of gossip that you have at the moment. Click one of them. Okay, it's all the same. Gossip value is determined by its tier and its fresh, but it's also an effect. If you peddle influence, I will take the gossip for free, but you can use that effect to change the standing of a faction. However, right now you need money, so click on to sell the gossip. So the effect increase or decrease the power of the crown by a small amount. Fresh is almost all fresh, but it's good. I want to see this. You can see you need to sell, because then you have this pedal influence. Okay, but they want you to sell because here says, however, right now you need money, so click on sell gossip. But let me see in here, by tiers and freshness. How do I see the tier? Is this? If you pay influence, I will take the gossip for free, but you can use that effect to change the standing of a faction. Okay, so the pedal is this. Okay, but you need to sell first. Are you sure you like to sell the cheap gossip for 30? If you do this, there should be no chance of public finding out. Okay. When you are ready, click here to leave. You can always come back at a later time. Click anywhere to continue. And you can sell others. Sell. Like that we have 62. I hope they want us to sell the both. I hope. Because sometimes they want you to stay with one yet. I think. So I sold both. Let's see if nothing happens bad like in the game, like bugging, nothing like that. But you could stay with another that will then later you could do like that paddle influence too. But I think money is bad to have it. Okay. You wake up next morning to a polite knock on your bedroom door frame. Camille enters carrying a small armload of letters. Madam, Camille starts both confused and hesitant. There's a lot of letters for you. Are they for me or they for Armand? Take letter. No, take letter. The letter, written in elaborate calligraphy and sealed in stamped wax, appears to be an invitation to a party. The other letters crawl in Camille's arms are of a similar type. Why do anyone invite me to a party? Oh great, more chance to be human. No, party. Well, madam, you are a little famous right now, Camille replies. Everyone heard about your run-in with that dreadful party host a few days ago. How they preyed upon your honor and spirited away your carriage driver, leaving you trapped and alone. You don't think that's exactly how it happened, but decide against fretting over the details. Camille starts to talk faster and faster. Then, well, when all was lost, you were saved by a beautiful stranger who escorted you home in the moonlight night. It's so romantic, no? Oh, the rumors are already running rampant. Why just in the market the other day I heard someone say that you have been taken a liking to. Camille stops, stares into space and blushes. Actually, never mind. Never mind what? Yeah. It's just rumors from the marketplace, madam. Nothing you should dignify. In any case, this is your chance to meet people in the city who don't hate you, or Monsieur Armand. You have received many party invitations. You can now receive party invitations from all over Paris. Okay, that's cool. That's a good mechanic. You can receive a lot of party invitations from all Paris. In fact, I'm sure that anyone who will judge you fairly is going to love you. Merci Camille, I really hope that's not true. No, I want this the tutorial. Because like when you learn the tutorial, then second run, you can pass through the tutorial, but because you already know everything. That's why, okay, let's go for the tutorial. Don't worry, madam, it's quite simple. Now they're gonna explain. You have just been invited to several parties. Camille will show you new invitations as you receive them. Choose accept or decline to decide which parts you will attend or choose close. To skip and choose other. Choose late. Okay, so close to choose later. Okay. Parts take up your whole day, but you can find gossip and advance certain stories there. Okay. So let's see. Monsieur Marriott requests the attendance of Yvette to his short recital on 26 Mars. This intimate part is sure to be very height of cheerful gaiety. So attend this part will give you a level of exhaustion. Accepting today will award you 5 credibility. Ignoring this invitation will cost 5. Sorry. You will receive church gossip at this party. Okay. So this shows the dates for every part that you received. Accepting today, you're gonna get some 5 credibility. This is good, and at the same time some church gossip. I think this is good too. So let's accept. Okay, so close now. Okay, Madame Révélon. You need to be careful with the time, as you can see, like only 3 days. It's not very good. Request attendance of Madame Yvette to her wine tasting. This is good. This intimate part is sure to be very weight of merriment. I don't know what that means. Okay, level of exhaustion. This never change. Credibility. You will receive bourgeois gossip at this party. It's like 3 days only that pass. Can be bad because of exhaustion, right? But is this too is like, and it's wine. Wine is always good, right? Because people are like kind of drunk. Yes, it's tasting, but people can get like kind of drunk. So you can take good chance. I think I go for this. Damn it. I gotta accept this too. Okay, close. Okay, now we have to choose right in here. So it seems that this shoe will be on the same date. So you need to choose what. Okay, the do of Arcot. No, do Darcot. Requested as of fascinating Yvette Decaux to his opera gala. This is the party sure to be most spectacular display of generous amusement. It's for Crown Gossip. Crown Gossip can be good because we are start to wait. Request the this is the Madame Bailey. Request the talents of infamous. No, what the hell? To her poetry. Interesting. Same thing, but is for you receive the Revolution Gossip. Because these are saying fascinating. So I think I'm gonna accept this. And that is declined because it's at the same day, so you decline that. And then the last one. Request the tales of Madame Yvette to his military ball, okay? Did by part out of merry celebration. You receive military gossip. It's like I don't have a lot of time then to rest. Like 3 days, then pass some, and in these in 2 days. No, I have to decline this. Okay, you can select any invitation on the calendar to see more details about it. Deciding to attend a party the same day that you receive an invitation gives you small bonus credibility. So they want us to press in here to see the details only. Okay. So let's explore. They don't say these shirts, right? They say that, but they don't say like what type of dress they like. Okay, let's explore. We have time to explore. Okay, so we have incidents. We have the what? So small. Par Monceau, this that, la Grande Taverne de Londres. Okay. So there is no current objective. This with the roles, because the roles is point of interest because dress and to sell, and of course this shop to see too. Point of interest there is none because it's an exclamation point. No, with this when it's like this is that because it's a shop. When it's like this is point of interest like a rose. There is none. This incident. Okay, let's see an incident because we never saw. Rumors mongers. It appears that you are not the only person hunting for gossip in Paris. However, if you are quick enough, you might be able to snatch some choice more sets from your competition. So, potential rewards. Ship gossip. You can lose 10 credibility. You gain 2 ship military gossip or shocking military gossip. In here is same thing they say. You can lose credibility. In here you lose always credibility. Shocking military gossip, shocking revolution gossip, shocking military gossip 2 times. 2 times 2, okay. And in here, music to your ears. So in here you only lose credibility. Okay, but in here, yes, you lose a lot of credibility, but every gossip is shocking, meaning that you will gain a lot of money. And in here, you only have 2 shocking gossips, 1 cheap gossip, but you cannot. You can lose credibility, but not, and you can gain peril. It's like I have a lot of credibility, right? 11. So I think I go for here. Yes, I can. That probably needs 10 that I can lose. It's hard to decide. I go for this. It's better to play safe. Okay. During one of your explorations of the city, you find yourself in the fountain square. Groups of people are clustered together, locked in the kind of deep yet carefree conversations that make you wonder what exactly these people do all day. You wonder to yourself if any of these evil malingers have jobs, until you remember that you too share a similar, ill-earned but dedicated lifestyle. Still, you have mountains of extenuating circumstances that have brought you to this point. What are their excuses? Have they no shame? You break from your increasingly venomous internal accusation when you hear a familiar name mentioned by someone nearby. I take it you to work for Pierre Renaudot as well. Yes, I used to sell gossip to that self-imported drunk. After all, he used to be the only game in town. Frankly, I'm glad to be free of that slimy weasel. You would, of course, rush to Pierre's defense if all those vile accusations weren't so true. Now, I sell what I find to a far more reputable clientele. Oh, anything juicy lately? The younger man leans in. I myself heard the most fascinating things about a certain general in the military. The older man puts out his hand for the other one to stop. What are you doing? Why is that would I share anything I have learned with you? We are competitors in this business. These new competitive sharks, are we? All we have to do is share our gossip between ourselves, then sell it out to different newspapers on the same day. We each make twice the money. Well, I suppose that does make sense. I did learn some shocking about a prominent lawyer today. They lean in and start whispering to each other. Their voices are too low for you to hear from here. Okay, approach the older one later to learn some bourgeois gossip. Approach the younger one later to learn some military gossip. Get close and listen in them both. Okay, I think I want to listen both because I still have low peril. Like we say, of course, the more you increase, if you have full bar, you're gonna have unfortunate things. So I gonna for both first. Adopting your best, most vampires especially pretend to be utterly fascinated by some flowers blooming near them. And two of them pay you no mind as you approach and crouch low, listening to their exchange. The two of them continue to whisper back and forth, and your keen hearing manages to lose all of the relevant details. These will be valuable indeed. Okay, we have hey, both sheep. Come on. Both were sheep gossips. It wasn't shocking. The second you have gotten everything you need, you put up your hood and start to slink away. You can feel one of them glaring suspicious at your back, but neither of the fools can prove a thing. Okay, you gain some peril. We are 20, okay. But moments later, you are free of them and heading home to jot down some valuable notes. A successful day, all in all. I think it wasn't a successful day. If it was shocking, I will say it was good. It was shame. Next morning, you wake up from a long night's rest feeling pretty much the same as you did last night. Now that you think about it, you have been feeling tired since that terrible party a few nights ago. So when you are in Paris, you can only do one thing, one choice. Okay. Camille enters the room, carries some breakfast. Bonjour, madame. You look unwell. Nice spot. Camille, I also feel unwell. No, say I feel fine. It's a little rude to just say out loud now. I'm gonna say this. Well, don't worry. This sort of thing used to happen to Monsieur Armand all the time. He would attend all these parties and then forget that sometimes he needed to rest. Armand was always the sort of person who would burn the candle at both ends. In fact, we were both guilty of this, which is one of the reasons the two of you got along so well together. The more parties he attended, the more exhausted he was, which made things harder and harder for him. So he explained that the more parties you go, more exhausted you get. And I'm level 2, minus 10 credibility penalty at your next part rendezvous. So I need to be careful with this. So I already did a mistake that was attending a lot of parties. Okay. Remember, madam, instead of spending the day outside, you can always rest at home for a day to recover your strength. There is nothing wrong with taking a break every now and then. Okay, home is now available on the Paris map. Okay, so now we learn about that. Do you think you'll be staying in tonight, madam? I might do just that. Not tonight, Camille. I simply have too many things to do right now. No. Let's stay in here. Oui, madam, she replies. Okay, still we have 1 day yet to go to the party. Okay, we have incidents. We have a point of interest. This like where is home? Home is in here. Okay, we have a point of interest, so I want to go here. Jardin des Plantes. Relax and promenade with your liaison in this rendezvous location. These popular gardens are the ideal place to unwind and engage in a little people watching. Okay, let's go this to see the point of interest. Decided to explore the fifth arrondissement today, you stroll along the southern banks of the River Seine, barges sail up and down the river, jogging for position with the pleasure crafts of the wealthy and the occasional floating bathhouse. A merry patter of one such bathhouse waves to you from the comfort of his tub. Just as you cross the street, you spot a verdant clearing ahead of you. Looking around at the well manicured greenery, you realize that you arrived at the Jardin des Plantes. It's beautiful and tranquil, a lush respite from the buzz and cacophony of the city. Couples stroll the paths arm in arm, furtive glances and nods of respect are exchanged between passing groups as people put forth their best efforts to see and be seen. Pulling out your journal, you jot down the location. Jardin des Plantes is now available rendezvous location. Okay? So in case we want to talk with someone, we already have a rendezvous location. This is the perfect place to go with someone who prefers down-tempo entertainments and has an eye for natural beauty. It's nice to get a break from Paris sometimes. Walking stairs doesn't fit. No, this we're gonna say the first of all. After leaving a few minutes further, you head home. Hopefully, you will be able to visit the gardens again soon. Okay, 26 Mars. We have a party. Because it even shows in here and in here, of course. No, we already accepted. It is only to see. Okay, go to the party. Church. Okay, it has to be these two. Exhausted, we're gonna lose 10 credibility. Damn. They like provincial dress, we have that, so good, we can go. As your crowd nears the party, consider taking one last moment to assess your preparations. You shake a tiny mirror you keep in the carriage to see that you are wearing a professional dress to a party being held by the church. The guests approve your outfit and your crowd has increased. Oh, so you should always do that, like show that you are with a correct dress. Okay. Holy shit, is that 49 credibility? Holy shit, because the guests approve your outfit, so you gain a lot. Oh my god. With preparations like this, tonight should be a largely positive affair. You step down out of your carriage and hear the ripple of whisper that signals your arrival to any social event these days. There is a small line in the vestibule as guests are waiting to get in. While you are standing in this line, you manage to overhear an interesting rumor. You make a mental note of it just in case. Aha! You gain a piece of cheap church gossip. Yes, nicely done. Unfortunately, you can feel the association set in as soon as you look past the door towards the enormous crowd of party guests. Tonight is going to be a long night. So you lost 10, right? Because we are level 2, so you lose always 10 credibility at your next party or rendezvous. Oh, a servant checks your invitation and everything seems to be in order. Now to wear and enter the party, please take this gift of wine along with my compliments to your hosts. Giving like, okay, we give the money, right? Give wine and you lose money. I think I will give. She takes the gift from you and sets it aside. As you enter the party, you can hear the whispers of other guests noting your generosity. You have spent 10 money. You have gained a tiny amount of credibility. You have lost a tiny amount of peril. Okay, so giving gifts, giving gifts gives a little bit of credibility and takes out a little bit of peril. Okay, I need to note that. Now let the games begin. Okay, let's see. to how you gonna be able to increase the turns. I would like to know that. Okay, let's see in here. The question of cuisine. Father Siduit, or the priest from home, has found himself in an argument about the search. Yes, really. So if you go to here, you can lose between 15 to 10 credibility. You can lose 1 to 3 Ludovic favor, and you can increase peril. I think these bets. Let's see in here. Your purpose hasn't gone unnoticed by those who consider themselves serious. For some reason, they doubt the honesty of your intention here. This might be an ideal chance to turn such attacks on them. Okay, you lose credibility always. You gain a ship church gossip array again, and you gain peril. That's why they say you should always check everything to know what to go. Why is there a woman here who looks so much like you? Okay, always lose, so... And in here, Madam Mirror. Why is there a woman here who looks so much like you? Wait, I didn't press in this, okay. Loose sleeps, I guess that's pretty interesting with valuable knowledge. Only to make mistake of getting extreme drunk afterwards. A single chambermaid has been told to watch over him, but you've never been one to let such a pretty obstacle get in your... Okay, it doesn't say the rest. In here you get this. We lost. It's like credibility you always lose. It's hard to gain. In here it's like you lose 15 to 0, and you decrease peril. So I think this is gonna be good because it's a good way to go. Because he's drunk. Take another turn off the part. You come across a beleaguered chambermaid attempt to contain a guest who is clearly far too deep into his cups. Today is a grand day, is it not? I've been letting on such amazing things by our hosts. You'll see, you all see, their trust in my discretion was not misplaced. I'm sorry, monsieur, but I want strict orders from the lady of the house to ensure that you are not overserved. I simply cannot get you another drink. Someone calls out to the chambermaid and she looks behind her, towards some new disaster in the process of unfolding. In panic, she leaves her charge while heading towards this latest problem. As she's leaving, she calls out over her shoulder, "Please, monsieur, just stay here and find some water." Water, that base drink, it rusts still. Water for a man of my knowledge. Pardon, monsieur, but that's not so important. Whatever could it be? Water? No, that simply won't do. Let's find something stronger. I'm certain you know much, but I have other things to attend. No, let's say this. Ah, yes, finally a young lady that understands. He cheers as you take him by the elbow and gently leads him away. Up close you realize that several of his coat buttons have been buttoned into the wrong hole. It isn't long before you manage to get 2 glasses of brandy for yourselves, from a servant who clearly hasn't been informed of your new account state yet. A toast, he yells, to the health of our host and 2 new friends. You take a deep sip of the brandy and nearly cough it up. That is far stronger than you expected. You have also started to notice that more of your guests are glaring at you. You have gained some peril. Oh, damn it. So that was to gain peril because it showed that you could lose peril, but it was the wrong choice. As you ply the man with drink, you carefully maneuver him around the park to make sure that the chambermaid never finds him while you go about your work. Indeed, it's a night fit for celebration. Only just recently I have the host brought me further into the circle of trust. In fact, you won't believe the goings on that I'm privy to. You gained the ship church gossip. Of course, I can never tell anyone about such affairs. I would truly be a disaster if such secrets came to light, you see? Why, in fact, you do see. You see quite well. However, I must take my leave, madam. For some reason, I've been taken with a powerful urge to sit and rest for a while. Good night. You wave to him as he departs. If nothing else is right about one thing, it's a good night. A good night indeed. We are like a criminal. Say a good night indeed. Okay. We have this. You can earn money. Ooh, a lot of things that you can earn in here. Okay. Outrageous church gossip. Holy shit. Nah, that can be good. This is the same as one. I'm between this show. Because in here you can earn money. See? But you can gain peril and lose credibility, but then you have this ship. But in here you have shocking, outrageous. I go for this. I'm gonna risk it. There is good gossip in there. Let me only see if you can save the game. Aha, you can save like this. Okay, only to check how you can save the game. You approach a woman who is being eyeing the other guests in a particular familiar way. In fact, it's the exact same way you look at guests at these functions. She looks up to you. If you had the call, I take it, she asks, sipping on a glass of white wine. If I ask who are you and what are you doing here, how do you know my name? Yeah, let's say this. Forgive me, but I will be an awful gossip monger if I did it. You are quite popular subject of conversation after all. My name is Anna de Crossmar. We are both acquainted with Pierre Renaudot. Funny little man, isn't he? I used to work for him as a rumor monger a long time ago before his boss passed away and bequeathed him the newspaper. Of course, since then I moved on to greeny pastures. How's Pierre doing, by the way? Does he still gamble like a madman? Oh no, he doesn't even drink anymore. Here the Pope might have him canonized. Why did you stop working with Pierre in first place? I'm not sure. Is that what he does when he sobers up? No. Let's ask this. Well, when the crown finally put a halt to royal censorship, the newspapers started cropping up everywhere. Suddenly it became clear that Pierre was only big fish because he'll be swimming in a little pond. For all of these foulings, Pierre has his principles, and I admire that. However, you have seen his operation. The man is barely holding it together, and I couldn't trust my living on something like that. By the way, I'm not certain what you are doing here tonight, but I'm here to interview the Comte de Boulavillers. I mean, he doesn't know it's an interview, but that's not important. Simply put, I'm here to find something interesting related to the church. Can I trust you to stay out of my way? What say you and I interview together? Together we'll cover every angle. Yeah, let's say this. Interviewing together. I will be agreeable to such plan. If we both sold the story to our respective players at the same time, they will be none the wiser. She leads you over to Comte de Bouleviers and engage him in conversation. It looks like they have met before, but he has no idea what their actual profession is. The two of you alternate in conversation with him, slowing down out details of the latest scandals. Like a good gentleman, he attempts to remain discreet, but against the two of you, he doesn't stand a chance against two-pronged ambush of your charms. You gonna cheap church gossip? That is outrageous. Come on. The three of you stick around together and chatting for a while before you find that there is nothing else to be gained from his conversation. Eventually, you part ways. You start to search the rest of the part and see if there is anything else for you to do. There was good gossips in there and I got the ship. Maybe I need to use the peril to get the better. Okay, now with the lost, we have 75. We lost a lot. So we have cheap gossip, cheap church gossip. We gain 1 credibility, we lost 10 money, and we gain 7 peril. Damn it. Good gossip in there and I lost it. I didn't gain. Okay, this time we don't have nothing to do. 2 days without nothing. Okay, let's explore. Okay, we are losing a lot of stamina. Let's see, a lot of accidents and nothing more. So I think I go home. Yeah, I go home to rest a little bit. After spending the day in taking care of yourself and doing some light reading, you finally free recharge. The exhaustion that had been affected you before has passed. Like that, you no longer have exhaustion. So when you rest, you clean up all the exhaustion, even if you have 5 level. With that complete, turn now focus up on the matters that demand your attention. Okay. Like that, I don't lose credibility when I go to a rendezvous point or a party. Now, of course, you miss other things, right? Next morning, you find a letter on your nightstand. Camille must have brought it while you were still asleep. It's still in golden wax with the initials LS. So I think when it's golden means that it's very good, right? Opening up, you find a letter from Ludovico, written with the well-practiced handwriting of someone who spent most of their day among books, scrolls, and the tomes. Chere Yvette, while I'm thankful that I met you on that fateful night, we know who it was, I still cannot forget the terrible sins committed against you by that wicked host. In fact, I've done some research of my own. I believe that I have some information that you will find quite interesting. Ludovic goes on to describe a particular fountain deep in the city. You would like to meet with you in secret, as you worry about someone except the letter. Is your enemy really that powerful? Ludovic Clue is now available to visit in Paris. Oh, please meet me there as soon as you can. I will share what I know. Mes salutations, respetos, Ludovico. Using your map, it doesn't take long to figure out where this particular fountain is. In fact, you could visit it today if you like. Of course. This when 7 April is that request of the code to that. This internet party is sure to be the finest example of genteel amusement. Revolution gossip. This went 7. I think I'm gonna decline. It's too many parties. I have too many parties to attend. Okay, where is the fountain? Point of interest. Where is this? Aha, no, it's the current objective. Right, it's current objective. Let's go then. Let me drink a little. Because of the throat. You leave the house earlier than usual that morning. Instead of how long it will take you to walk to the fountain that Ludovic mentioned in his letter to you. Given that you are still new to sculptury, you would decide to dress in darker clothes and have stuck to comfortable walking shoes. Surprisingly enough, you managed to find the fountain without getting turned around. It seems like the perfect place for a meeting like this. There's just enough people wandering around that you won't draw attention, but also few enough that you will be able to find somewhere suited to talk. Looking around, you can't spot Ludovic anywhere, so you decide to take a seat at the edge of the fountain. It makes sense to be visible enough that he will be able to find you without any flashy, waving or signaling. You get comfortable, smooth onto your skirts, and pause for a moment to reflect on the decision that led you to a point in your life where you are having secret rendezvous with priests to learn more about your hated enemies. If anything, they must have been some good decisions. Sometime late after you have waved away particularly enthusiastic tea salesman for the third time, a familiar face emerged from behind the shadows of a tree. Bonjour, madame. In all pleasantly, you seem troubled. Is there anything this humble priest can help you with? Fine, my laws are too tired to scale. Can you go anywhere, somewhere private? Ludovic, if you are being followed, our pursuers already know who you are. No, let's say this. That's an excellent idea, madam. Please, lead the way. You gain a little favor with Ludovic because we say to go in a private place. That's good. You find a quiet corner in the square to speak with Ludovic. It's secluded and shady. Ludovic takes a deep breath before he begins. I know, I already said this before, but I still want to tell you that I'm sorry for everything that happened to you. For what I know, Marcel's always had a penchant for being vindictive. This, combined with her wealth and position, makes her a force to be reckoned with. Strangely enough, the moment I actually started looking into Marcel's wealth and position, something didn't feel right. She claims that her storied family fortune comes from a series of wise investments, so I started paying visits and offering blessings to some of her family's known business partners. In that whole time, I couldn't find evidence that any of her family's investments were older than 30 years or so. 30 years is a long time for most people, yes, but compared to most aristocrats' families, that's barely the blink of an eye. From the mindset of the clergy, it's even less. There are churches in France that are over 1,000 years old. Why will a family pretend their fortune is older than it really is? Feels like Marcel is hiding something, and it has to do with her money. Merci Ludovic, you help means a lot to me. You're a lot more devious than I expect you to be. Now I'm gonna say the first one. Think nothing of it, madam. I'm just trying to do the right thing. You are not sure if Ludovic helping you exact your revenge could really be classified as the right thing, but you are not going to complain. If you are going to seek vengeance on Marcel, the best time to do will be on April 24th. Need to remember this date. The night of her birthday masquerade. Interesting. It's guaranteed to be well attended, which means she can't just ignore you. Of course, to do this, you'll still need both evidence and an invitation. Both evidence, okay. And an invitation, of course. While I must go, remember that all of this is speculation. If you want to use any of this information against Marcel, you will need indisputable proof or whatever lies or wrongdoing she's engaged in, or it will simply be your word against hers. Still, I will pray for your success. Sure, madame, Ludwig says before leaving. You stop to think about this new information. Marcel is wealthy, aristocrat, but her fortune appears to be younger than she claims. It seems like his knowledge could be useful, but you have to dig deeper first. Researching Marcel is now available to visit Paris map. With that, you start to head home, already planning your next move against your sworn enemy. If you are going to bring Marcel to ruin, you'll have to be ready by April 24th. Okay, so we have time yet. You wake up to the sound of someone knocking the door downstairs. Before you can even get up, you hear Camille shrilly call out, "I'll get it." When she answers the door, you hear spend a minute talking with a man whose harsh voice you don't recognize. When that conversation finishes, Camille heads up to your room. "Man, we need to talk about rent and my wage. What would you like me to do? Do we have to? Who was that at the door?" Yeah, let's say this. "That was our landlord, Monsieur Riquet. He was asking after this week's rent, which is odd because I know that Monsieur Armand already paid a wealthy advance on our week's rent and that we should still be fine for the rest of the month." Monsieur Armand used to say of our landlord, "What was it?" Camille asked herself, tapping her chin. "Ah, yes, he said our landlord will sell his own soul for a handful of livres, and that he will still be getting better deal for it. Well, we didn't need to pay him for him this week, but next week we need to have 35 livres for our rent." Okay, we have 35, we have 52. "And 5 livres for my wage." Okay, 40. Okay. "You now will need to pay both your rent and the wage of your service every week, or deal with damage to your credit or perhaps even peril. Is there anything else?" "Yes, why is that I'm paying your fine now?" Let's say this. With that, Camille heads downstairs to make breakfast, and you are left to wonder how you'll take care of this. It's like, for now we have the money. It's 40 in total. That's gonna be, we have 52. Okay. So another party, 9. Let me see with this event. This part with finds generous amusement. Crown gossip. It can be good because that Marcel is crown. So I will accept this. I'm gonna accept that. Because it's like in here. Okay, now we have a party. We need to go. This party is being held by the bourgeois. They like habit school, sometimes they rob the car and rob la pomme. Oof, we don't have nothing. Because if I go like this, we're gonna lose novelty. If I go like this, yeah, it doesn't affect nothing. We only have these 2 dresses. That's the problem. Let's go like this. It has to be. As preparation, the guys have no surface on your outfit and your clothing has not changed much. Okay, that's good. You step down out of grass and hear ripple of which that see your arrival to there is a small vestibule and guests are waiting. You are standing in this line. You will make a mental note of it just in case. You gain a piece of ship bourgeois gossip. You know that while rest not exhausted. Nothing is holding you back from doing your best in this game of wits. I can't give money I'm gonna need, so not to enter party. Now let's game begin, because I need to save money. Okay, let's start here. Maybe this person can be interesting. A wealthy widow. We lose all the favor, so it's better no. We can lose money. Holy shit. No, no, no. Okay, can decrease peril. This. I can get money in here. Okay, let's go for this. And you can decrease peril too. So I want this. Feeling the need to take a quick break, you step away from the crowds and take a moment to just breathe. While you're composing yourself, a chambermaid approaches you. She's holding a small, unmarked pouch of coins. "Pardon, madame, I found this wallet while I was tidying up. I took it to my employer, but they don't recognize. I've been told to not rest until the owner is found. Do you know who this might belong? Otherwise, can I see half of it's mine and all yours." Oh, okay, so I can lie and say it's my wallet, right? I'll lose credibility, but I can say I understand that you like to split it, but we should find the real owner. I can say this, like I stay with half and she stays with the other half. So let's say this. "Oh, madam, you're absolutely right. I can't believe I forgot," she replies with outraged, very surprised. "Sure, if you split the money found in the wallet," and the chambermaid tucks the empty article into her bodice. "I can't imagine why careless enough to leave this lying around will mind too much," she says with a shrug. Okay, we gain 28. That's good. That's good. With an exchange of smiles, the chambermaid cuts his pod and leaves. Feeling regret, you decide to investigate the rest of the party. Nice. It was the best option in there. Like that, I gain more and don't lose credibility. More. What we have more? Let's see. Okay, can decrease my peril in here. An outraged crown gossip. This can be good. No. Let's go for this because there is an outraged crown gossip. Can help a lot in selling. Strolling through the event, you find yourself in the vestibule of the party venue again. The room is empty as the doorman appears to be off doing something else. You start by the sound of frantic banging at the front door. Let's say, who is it? "Man, I'm a master who has traveled a long way at great taste with grave news, replies a male voice from the other side of the door. You open the door to see the young master. He's sweating profusely and you can see a horse outside, pace oxes back and forth. Without another word, he steps inside. Once inside, he frantically looks around the otherwise empty room. "Excuse me, but can you help me find Madame Marie de Lorraine, the Comtesse de Perron? Jesus. I have a great potential scandalous news for her. You can't risk to being spotted inside. Tell me the news, and I can't leave it for you. Oh, but of course, monsieur. We must find Comtesse immediately. I'm sorry, but this sounds like no. Let's say the first. Let's say first. Yes, gonna lose some credibility, but just fuck it. We can't risk it." He asks slowly. "No, I shall fall prey to such vile trickery. Out of my way." Ah, damn it. It had to be other, damn it. So maybe it's second. Hero pushes past you and disappears into the park, looking frankly for his Comtesse de Perron. You make an unpleasant face at him as he disappears, then resolve to one day avenge yourself of his churlish behavior. Until then, you have to set to look for her out. Damn it. Fuck. God damn it. Why I was too greedy. I was too greedy in there. Okay. Oh, there is a point of interest in here. Yeah, the research. Let's research her. So only sheep gossips. Let's do this. Because it's a point of interest, so you want that. You walk to a section of the city between the 3rd and 4th arrondissements. Viscount Defort isn't just a member of the aristocracy, she's a woman who wields her title and noble privilege like a yapper. There's only one place to learn more about a woman like that. La Place Royale, the favorite social spot for all the aristocrats in the city. The hub of all gossip, social news, slander and scandal. There was ever a telling secret or a salacious rumor, this was the place to find out. And La Place Royale is now available. You remember reading about this place over a year ago. Its stories about the buildings are even more impressive in person. Elegantly dressed aristocrats strut about the gardens, stopping briefly to chat in hushed tones. Without the benefits of a title or introduction, you can't approach any of these groups directly. However, there is nothing to stop you from overhearing things as you just pass by. Staying on the absolute edge of conversations, you circle the square pretending to be a traveler just admiring the parks and gardens. The first hour you spend on task yields no information concerning Marcel, but you do manage to hear some gossip that certain newspaper might appreciate. You have acquired some cheap burgers gossip. During the second hour you hear something about Marcel's father, the former Viscount Dufault. Apparently, Viscount Alfonso Dufault died a few years ago and his funeral was so lavish that people are still discussing it today. Not exactly what you are looking for, but it's on the right track. In the fall, however, some piques your interest. Apparently, Marcel is rather obsessed with her clothing and personal appearance, even claiming to be a fashion icon. Do you get to decide that about yourself? Isn't that something that other people have to call you? Marcel's vanity, demanding nature, and abrasive manner have led her into serious disagreements with several dressmakers and clothiers across the city. In fact, some of them simply refuse to do business with her anymore, though she claims the situation to be the other way around. She would have to have been an unpleasant customer indeed, in order to drive a dressmaker away. Apparently, every order she places in is completely unique, which means each item in her wardrobe will cost a fortune. An idea strikes you as quick and sure as a lightning bolt. Each of the Viscount's dress will have cost far too much just to pay it for it in coins. It will require a banknotes. Any dressmaker that worked with Marcel will have to know the name and address of her bank in order to collect any payments. All you have to do is find someone who had worked with her in the past, someone with a grudge. This will bring you one step closer to having the dark secrets of Marcel's money within your grasp. You now have a vital clue for finding Marcel's weakness. However, you'll need to figure out where to search next on your own, so showing that the game sometimes doesn't help you, it's you that needs to discover. Okay. Now you just need to find such a dressmaker, but where? Okay, this is good, like, it's not like helping you, it's you that now needs to discover. I like that, it's not like, oh, let's help the player. No, it's like, okay, the player needs to discover by himself too. Okay, that's good, I like that too. Okay, so let's see. We know this, but I think this is not for her. La Palace Royale, Home, Incident, Music to your ears. No, I think I'm gonna sell some gossip. Pierre's office either looks marginally clearer than before or he's managed to shuffle the mess into different shaped piles. Honestly, it's hard to tell. You spend a few moments waiting around in the entryway before Pierre arrives. He seems quite enthused by your presence. Why, if it isn't my newest confidant, please come in. Have you come back with more delicious information or perhaps you are trying to find someone? No? Where is Armand, do you think? I don't try to find Armand, he can't see me. What is that are you talking about? Yeah. Oh, play your cards careful. I admire that, madam. Okay, gain some credibility. That's always good. I'll 37. I refer to your absent fiancé, the Baron Armand de Barbeau. He paused to snort to a small pinch of snuff, carefully examining your face for any hint of reaction. Ever since making your acquaintance, I knew something about you was familiar, and my keen journalist says I'm never wrong. Your beloved Armand was quite the social butterfly, and he mentioned you often. In fact, like any good lover, he knew quite a lot of you. But how much did you really know about him? That's true. It's early February. Take a seat at your usual spot, La Signe, a small tavern in your hometown. The hood of your cloak is still up, but it's less to do with the snow outside and more to do with the fact that you don't want to talk to anyone else here. After a few minutes of trying to read a book, but failing to really get into it, you hear a set of footsteps approaching your table. And this is Armand, like we are now remembering the past. Bonjour, Yvette, I hope you weren't waiting for long. Not at all, Armand. Excellent. This is our last night together for a while, so I want to make sure that this is a memory we'll treasure. You have to the barmaids, who brings you a bottle of wine and some glass, along with a loaf of freshly baked bread that's still steaming when it touches the table. Armand fills out your glass first. My father's been talking my ear off about this particular vintage. I hope it's up to your standards. He then fills his own, then raises his glass for a toast. To France, to the General Assembly, but most important, to us. The red wine is deep and full bodied. It smells of leather, blackberries, and cloves. It's some of the best you have had, and you can tell that Armand is enjoying it as well. You spend an hour finishing the bottle together, pausing occasionally to nibble at the bread. All the while, you trade jokes, news from around the village, and simply try to forget that this is the last you will see of each other for months. With the wine finished, Armand paused to place the bottle on its side, a curious habit he picked up from his father. He then takes a deep breath and waits a moment before saying, "The snow appears to have stopped. Would you like to join me outside? I have something to show you." Outside, the night air is brisk. Even the colors of moonlight sky are cold. A stark contrast from the fireside warmth of the time. Yet, despite the open air, it feels more intimate and personal than the small tavern you have left behind. While I like Signe as much as the next man, I would prefer to end our night with something that's just about us, Armand says in a soft, low voice. He turns and holds out his elbow from you to grab onto. Care for a walk? I would love to. You step in close to him, wrapping arm around his before you both wander off into moonlight night. Okay, you have gained some favor with Armand. Nice. You walk along the edge of lake, the only sound being the whisper of the wind, the sound of your footfalls, and the steady rhythm of each other's breath. Your head leans on his shoulder, his body feels both warm and familiar. The moon is full, the town is distant, and it feels like you are the only two people in the entire world. Without a word, Armand leans in towards you, his eyes closed. Kiss him. Your lips meet and joyful shiver runs through your body. His hand comes up to stroke the side of your face, and as his other arm hugs you close. You are not sure how long your kiss lasts. Time seems to have lost some of its importance. You pull away from each other and stare into his eyes. His face is a mixture of excitement and surprise. He whispers to you, "I hope every kiss we have is as good as that one." And we get some favor with Armand. Armand breathes deep, preparing himself for his next text words. It's then that the man stumbles out of the dance towards you, glancing about himself and trying to catch his breath. "Armand, I've been looking everywhere for you," he whispers hoarsely. His accent is foreign and only unfamiliar. All you know that he isn't French, nor is he English. Your tongue is clearly small, and yet you still don't recognize this man. Let's say silent. Charles, what a surprise! Armand starts, his voice flat and tense. Okay, so this guy is Charles. Armand, the things are changing faster than we could have imagined. The man Carlos Charles says, earlier pressing a small satchel into Armand's hands. In dim light, you managed to notice the few papers sticking out of the top of the bag. We all knew tensions were going to keep rising after Bishop Monteville killed himself, but these... Charles, Armand pressed at a lot of volume, glancing towards you. Armand, I know this is hard, but France itself is at stake here. Charles continues, always to your presence. We help guarantee your election for our bailliage, so you could do this for us. You say it yourself. We must... Charles! Armand barks sharply and suddenly even the crickets and the birds seem to go silent. Breathing deeply, Armand recomposes himself and gestures in your direction. Charles, have you met my fiancée Yvette? We were just enjoying our last night together before I left to prepare for the Estates General. Charles' eyes widen and he seemingly notices you for first time. Oh, hello, madam. I was just giving your find some important files that he forgot at home. Please excuse my intrusion. Bon nuit. With that, Charles leaves. You and Armand stare at each other silently for over a minute. Care to explain who that was? What's going on? Are you in trouble? How can I help? Let's say this. Armand exhales and smiles, but there's still an air of tension about him. Not right now. No, it's all very vague at the moment. There is so much going on that I don't want to give you something new to worry about. Still, thank you. It makes me glad to know I still have you on my side. Okay, more favor with Armand. I promise that I will explain all of this when it's over. So there is some problems. Okay. Pierre is staring at you. You must have gotten lost in your thoughts for a moment. Madam, I was asked, how well do you know your fiancé? I know I'm better than anyone. I know he's a good man. Something's not right with Arm. I just don't feel like I can trust him entire. Perhaps I don't know him as well as I thought. Yeah, let's say this. Pierre notes your confusion for a moment, almost looks sympathetic. Well, madam, perhaps it's time that you learn as much as you can, which is something I can certainly help with. You see, I'm looking to run a new social piece, something that will capture the imagination of the public. Pierre favors you with a broad, toothy grin. It may also rekindle some old rivalries, so to speak. After all, it's easy to sell newspapers when there is something to write about. If you bring me gossip related to the crown, I will tell you where to learn more about your stage amounts. Oh, Pierre has asked a favor of you, selling a specific type of fresh gossip in the allotted time and you will receive special rewards. You can track this request in the gossip tab of your journal, okay? Once you met this gossip, my journalist genius shall handle the rest. Now, then to business. I had from, I don't have. Church, bourgeois, military, I don't have. Oh, I have shocking. This not fresh, this fresh. But they have good value. Not fresh. Okay, this fresh. Sweaters of bourgeois towards the crown or the revolution by a small amount. Increase or decrease the power of the bourgeois by a small amount. No, this. Sell these. These are not very good. Sweaters of bourgeois towards the crown or the revolution by a medium amount. Sweaters of military towards the crown or revolution by a medium amount is same, right? Sway of the military towards the crown. Bourgeois. You can sell these too. Can help a little bit. Increase or decrease the power of the church by a small amount. Sway the lines of the church towards the crown. What is this pedal? Let's see. This ship church gossip for free. Merci beaucoup, madam. How would you like me to present these to my loyal readers? If you do this, there should be a 1 in 10 chance of the poor find out. 1 in 10. Push church towards the crown slide. Push church towards revolution. No, push. Okay, like this. So let's save these gossips when we need money. Okay. Like that we have good money now. Okay, so journal. That is in here. Notables. Faction and favor. Okay. Okay, then we have in here last update. Okay, the crown dashboard, the nobility of faction power only has 1 star, 1 star. Alliance, we are allied to the church. We have some with the military. I don't understand what is this because they don't never explain this. Okay, and gossips. Pierre quests. We have 49 days to find 1 of the crown. Okay. Okay, we need 1 from the crown. Is a head of a location for known committees with 10 courts poultry, but it was lose a lot of money in here. No. Can we win money? Try to find if there is some gossip. In here I can win money, but in here I think we can get something because like let's see this, because this place is like for rich people, right? Today you decide to explore Boulevard du Temple between the 11th and 3rd around this month. It's the place in the city best known for its theaters. Strolling down the wide Three lines straight, you finally find what you are looking for. The Les Grands Dessous du Roi, its best known theatre in the city, specializes two things: comedies and skirting the absolute limits of good taste. Out of sheer curiosity, you step inside. There isn't a production going on at the moment, but you see actors and carpenters rushing around to ready the theatre for the next show tonight. The front entrance is only provided by the sight of hapless young men trying to crawl and dancing monkey back into its cage. The monkey doesn't seem interested in cooperating. When you finally tire of watching the monkey shriek at his handler and pelt them with scraps of fruit, you take out your pencil and journal to jot down the address of the theatre. Okay, yeah, now it's a rendezvous location, like that. With the address noted down, you hurry home before the crowds start forming outside. You wonder if they will ever figure out to control that monkey. Probably not. This feels like the perfect place to visit with someone that loves to love. Someone that isn't afraid of liking things that are a little bawdy or lowbrow. This is also the life I can't wait to see in full swing. I'm gonna say this. The first one, okay. Like that, it's a rendezvous place to go. Okay. On the same day, I gotta decline this. It's on the same day, the 7, and I have 2 that were rejected now. I think not. It's not better because in here I can then try to search more. Okay, let's explore. Lose money. Can get money in there. Lose Ludwig favor. Oh, I can hire a bodyguard in here. Damn it, in here is only this. But I can lose money, but I answer the bodyguard. Let's go in here. You try to take the exploit seat, but you somehow manage to get a little turn around. You look around and see that this neighborhood is not the safest to be walking around alone in. Of course, you've passed through rough spots before, places where residents sit on their front stairs all day, cursing at strangers either for anger or entertainment. However, this place is different. It's quiet and you can see glimpses of people watching you from inside their windows. It's like they are afraid of something. Alright, all I have to do is stay calm and move a little fast. The faster I get out of here, the better. It's simple. I'm lost. I should ask someone directions. Let's stay calm. You stare straight ahead, aiming your vision a few inches above everyone's head. Additionally, you walk faster and clench your jaw. The effect is enough to make you look both frustrated and in a hurry, which should make people less likely to bother you. You have lost a little peril. Nice. Your ears perk up, sound of footsteps creaking behind you. A rough hand clamps onto your upper arms and spins you around, bringing you face to face with a man who obviously has no intention of your person. Let's keep this quick, madam. Your money or your life. Girls, I'm sorry, but I don't have money. My god, that's quite unfortunate. You're murdered to be, says in straight pathetic voice as he scratches his head with the sight of his pistol. Lord knows what times these are. For example, there are people who think that just because I'm a thief that I'm stupid. He shouts, cocking his pistol and pointing it at you. Drop the apron and step away from the woman, growls a thickly accent voice from a nearby alleyway. Who the devil are you? Ask your mugger, relying on this new participant in the proceedings. Ah, you must be hard of hearing. No, I didn't introduce myself. I told you to walk away. Gathering his wits, the thief straightens his spine and points the pistol at the massive interpolator. Mind your own business. I got enough for the both of you. Listen closely. The stranger replies with a grave seriousness. Your job is taking other people's money, and sometimes that involves hurting them. My job was killing, plain and simple. We may sound silly, but there is a big difference. Right now I'm retired from that job, so walk away before I step out of retirement. The thief silently weighs his options, his pistol hand shaking. Your blood hums in your ears so loud that it feels like the entire world is going quiet. You can feel the eyes of all the people hiding inside their homes, waiting upon the three of you. Without any word, the ruffian takes off. Madam, the large figure says to you, with no reduction in the intensity of his demeanor. You're remarkable unshaken for someone who's just had a piece of point at them. There's so much out there that can shake me. It's hard to be afraid of death when life is easy on being so in place. Don't worry, that's just appearance. I'm actually about to pass out. No, let's say the first one. This is a history of smile from him. I wouldn't have believed you if I didn't see it more myself. By the way, my name is Ansel. I take this whole business to mean that you have a habit of finding yourself in perilous situations. I mentioned before I'm retired. Retired and bored out of my Gottverdammt minds. How you like a bodyguard? Hopefully you won't need my service off, but you will have happy to have me at your side on few occasions that you need me. Generally speaking, my service cost about 30 leaves a week. It's too much. I think I will find on my way. That's a shame, madam. Well, officer, he says with a nod of his head. He leaves after an hour or so. You must find your way back to safer streets. Quick, making a mental note to never visit that neighborhood again. You start to head home. It was too much, because in total it will be 70 that I will need to pay. So I don't want that. Because I need to buy dress too for certain parts. So yesterday there was a hot air balloon launch on the lawn of Palace at Versailles. The public is absolutely fascinated by these new machines, though you remain unconvinced. These balloons, developed by Montgolfier brothers, were richly decorated with the king's elderly. Apparently it was quite a sight. In fact, the king himself decided at last minute to ride along and ascend in the first balloon. Witnesses have long described the king standing astride the heavens like a demigod of antiquity. The Montgolfiers have been showered with praise for both their achievements towards the science and to the prestige of royal households. The crown has gained some power. The border has moved a little close to the crown. The power of one of the facts has just changed. The power of the crown and the revolution help determine who will prevail in the coming conflict between the two, while the power of the church, military and burghers will determine how effective they are when they pick a side. Okay, interesting. Because the crown and revolution are like rivals to each other, and the others like when comes the time they need to choose a side. Okay, I understand. And so in past lives goes on. Okay, 14. I can go to that. Like that, I'm rested. Can go to that. We're gonna have a party, right? So it has to be crown, right? Yep. We go for this. I didn't bought a dress. I should have bought. Okay, as preparation. The guys approve. Nicely done. You gain a piece of sheep crown gossip. There it is. Unfortunately, you can feel the station because of that. You lose some credibility. Okay, you can give a compliment. She takes it aside as you at the party. Okay, credibility and a tiny amount of peril. Lost a tiny amount. Okay, here we go. Let's see. You recall far off memories. It's time. It's of the time when you are first met. We have a lot in here about the crown. So many. This sucks. In here lose money. No, I go for this. Holy shit! Look at this. A lot of crown gossip. I need that too. Let's see. In the midst of your latest conversation, let's always save. Let me save. The conversation, you feel the eternal pull of a lead on gossip. You are absolutely certain that the woman we are speaking with knows something that Pierre will find valuable. Judging from the way she's speaking, it's like to be sheep gossip, but it's still about the crown, so that's still quite good. Suddenly, just as she's about to finish, a gentleman loudly barged into the middle of conversation. Good afternoon, madams. Will you both be interested in joining me at the harpsichord? I have a grand new composition that I'm about to demonstrate. Oh, really? You are a musician, she asked. How intriguing. Before that, you must hear the end of my rest. You lose, pardon, but my friend was in the middle of a story. Let's say this. My story, she asked, remembering where she was in narrative. Well, I imagine that will be proper. After you, ma'am, he cites. Magnifique. Now, where was I? She asked about before delving into details. You'll be so ear to ear. You have gained sheep crown gossip. Why is not how you can obtain the outrageous? You first are complete. You are in a conversation part. Follow the musician into harpsichord, and he begins to play for a crowd. All the while, he seems extremely pleased with himself and keeps looking at you like you won some sort of victory. Men are thoroughly strange sometimes. Okay, damn it. So many in there and didn't got. Nothing good. Nope. Damn, they suck in here. There's nothing that helped me a lot. Maybe this to take out some peril. Tired of seeing so many of the same familiar face, you wander into Vestful, cannot help. Feel because you approach him. Seeing you, he quick pulls 2 wine glasses off the tray of passing servant, then asks them to get you something as well. Both sides I was pleased to meet you. I'm Guillaume, the sub patron of the Sator Arts and Liberty. It's a pleasure to meet you, Yvette. Oh my, the infamous Yvette. I'm honored to be in such scandalous presence. If it helps, I'm no stranger to being decreed either. It's not usual awful, but you must admit that there is something fun about being hated by terror people. It makes you realize how good your sieges have been. Another thing you and I might share is common enemy, at least by association. He says the servant brings you a glass, filling it with decent red wine. You have been wronged by Viscous the Four, who simply despise me. I think it's because she's from one of those silted noble families that so tied up in their position and their supposed dignity because they have no other positive qualities. With that in mind, I think you will be perfect person to help me gain the much needed upper hand on one of their most stout defenders, the Comte de Sanson. You see, this man has been the thorn in my side for years, but Lizard crossed the line when he threatened to police some of my torrid romantic affairs. Not that I'm ashamed, mind you, but I would hate for such a fate to fall upon those I happen to be involved with. Not everyone is as fortunate as I am to live as I do. Though they should, he mutters into one of the wine glasses while he takes a deep draught of wine. So, to preempt this Paul, I would like you to approach this speckled boor and claim to represent someone who is interested in marrying his detestable son. Of course, you can put in a kind of words. A sense to make such an awful man miserable. Where do I start? No, I have not enormous. What will I be getting out of this? Yep. Well, for one, you will be the first to hear of some absolute incredible gossip, and I might be inclined to provide you with some financial compensation when the deed is complete. Although that sounds perfectly. I want to say, although it sounds absolutely perfect. Fantastic. Madam, you have made the right choice. As I was saying before, the Comte de Sanson has the stately son who is burning through his family fortune due to his excessive gambling. With that in mind, I would like you to approach him and claim to be delivering a letter on behalf of a healthy common woman from the court side who is looking to marry his son and gain a little. I, of course, have already written the first letter. Guillaume says, handing you a letter that being dipped in some sort of sweet perfume. Once he has his blockheaded son write back to his address provided him in my letter, I shall handle the rest until our grand reveal, where we shall utterly humiliate them both. The exact date can be determined later. I will just ask that you keep an eye out of me at future parties. I will just ask that you keep an eye out for me at future. Okay, so pay attention to him in future parties. Okay. However, I must give you a fair warning. The Comte de Sanson is a boorish man and generally suspicious of anyone smarter than him, which is not that Egbert clear. So if you act too canny, you'll start to suspect treachery for some sort. Okay, so we have to be dumb, not smart. Okay. I see our Mark has entered the party just now. Please excuse me, I should leave before you realize that something is afoot. With that, Monsieur Sable discreetly drains his wine glass and excuses himself. Letter in hand, you approach the Comte Samson. He appears to be in the process of pirating his lackey. You utter incompetent, he mutters as servant scurries away to perform some sort of errand for him. And you are? He asks, barely even look at you. Well, sir, my name is Yvette. I have a letter for your son. To you, I'm nobody. Let's say this. You are Yvette Co, the famous Yvette Co? The very human, my good friend Marcel vanished from her home? He asks with glare. I'm not even sure if I should be speaking with you right now. Okay, you have gained a little power and lost some credibility. What's the letter about? He asks, snatching it from your fingers and start to read in front of you. This better be good. What the? Who sent this? Almost, I was hoping you could tell me. I do simply not know. You are the one with let now. Your guess is good as mine. A stranger wish to remain anonymous, so they will remain no. Let's say this. Well, I'm glad that you are aware of your difficult limitations, that we can't be smart than here, we have to be dumb. I shall take the matter from here, he says, patting you on the back of the hand. You resist the urge to recoil from him, like one would from any other thought. You lost a little peril. These whole affairs puzzling and despite my wits being tested. Still, even if you can't deduce their identity, then I will be able to. I'm also sure my son will absolutely adore this woman money. I mean company. The father over to you, he leaves, with the letter reading it over and over again. It appears that Monsieur de Sable plan has been set in motion. Nicely done. We don't have a lot of novelty. We lost a lot. Charles Maurice, the Italian perigord, or simply Talleyrand, is figure of much discussed in France. Born as sire to a powerful noble family, Talleyrand's foot was maimed at the early age in an accident. Unable to participate in the dance of courtiers or march adequate enough to serve in the military, he was deemed useless by his family. Thus, he was sent into priesthood like many unwanted sons of nobility. While he fulfilled his duties to the church well, this has been subject of much scandal. Talleyrand believes that he embodies a modern system of Catholic values, including his preference towards the needs of the common people over the nobility. However, these modern views seem to be dismissive of his vows of celibacy. Despite the infirmities that caused his family to dismiss him, he is still being considered quite desirable by many women in France due to his kindness, crudition, and snapping witticism. However, actually advanced with the church, he has evaded him for some time. While it's well known that he's been impatiently waiting for the Archbishop of Bordeaux to finally join the heavenly host, Talleyrand has also had his eyes on the post of Bishop of Autun. Unfortunately for him, it seems that Talleyrand's prayers have gone unanswered. While the Bishop of Autun has moved to Lyon, he selected a different successor to his post. This has left the ambitious Talleyrand foaming and the more orthodox members of clerical behind their hands. So the church has gained some power, the church has moved towards the crown a little. Now, we don't want the church to go to the crown. It appears that the church have won this day, and the revolution has lost the chance to have a powerful ally. And so empire's life go on. Damn it! We don't want the church to go to the crown. God damn it. So next part that I will attempt is this. And this crown. It's gonna be as a crown, okay. You need to buy a dress. First deliver this. Right, we have the gossip. Increase, let's do this. Thank you, madam. This is that kind of sauce trash our esteemed readers want. Okay. Increase the power of cards slide, decrease the power of cards this, like this. Okay, nicely done. Like that is done. Pierre claps his hand to get in the light. Madam, it appears that you have done me great service. With this latest gossip, I can finally launch my most controversial social piece yet. In fact, your contributions have been so great that they must be recognized. Madame Decaux, you are no longer a mere gossip monger. Today, you are a journalist. You have reached the rank of journalist. I'll let tempt the people. The title itself is meaningless, but it sounds nice. Now, I assume you wish to know more about your beloved Armand, no? What do you know? Before you get to that, why do you need me specific to do this? No, let's say this. It may shock you to learn that your Armand managed to keep some rather opinionated company. Pierre says with careful seriousness of someone ever downplaying the seriousness of a situation. While the details of their beliefs have been remarkably difficult to track down, I know two things about their views. The first is that they show an open disdain for the country, current laws and privilege, which made them unwelcome with the aristocracy supporting the crown. However, they also harbor a strong devotion to the queen, which elevated them to the nationalists in the revolution. There is a study in the 7th arrondissement where he and some like-minded individuals prefer to discuss the proper course for the country. Painters in front, planning in the back. Pierre starts scribbling on a piece of paper. When he hands it off to you, you find it to be an address. The Get Royal raided the studio a month ago and arrested everyone there, Pierre explains. While supporting the Queen is a certainly no crime, something about this group believes was making someone in power quite uncomfortable. The studio has been abandoned ever since. Go there and you might find something that leads you to your Armands. The abandoned studio is now available. Now, before you leave, man, I hope you do not forget about me and my humble paper. I still find your social insights valuable. I'm always willing to pay for anything you can bring to me. I like to think we have made good business partner. But of course, Pierre, this has been a delight. Pierre puts down his snuff box and favors you with a deep and tragic bow. Now you flatter me, madam. Bon chance, and may God see fit to reunite with you and your Armand in a great haste. At the mention God, Pierre made sign of the cross, but you are pretty sure he did it backwards. Had you, may our paths cross again. 5 April. Isn't April? Okay, it's in French. Okay. Oh, I forgot that. You look up at sound Camille knocking on your front frame. Good morning, madam. The house rent is due today, as are my wage. Pay. Merci beaucoup, madam. Camille says with a courtesy as you hand her the money. You pay 40 livres. Camille leaves to deliver the money, and with that, business concludes, or they may continue. Okay, I need to rest. No, okay. I need to rest. I have losing a lot of credibility. No, but I don't want yet. Okay, La Place Royale. That's okay. The abandoned studio. I go for here. That's safe. Okay, let's go in here. The studio. Tugging on the edge of your hood to make sure your face is hidden from view, you glance down again at the hastily scribbled address Pierre gave you in his office. In addition to your regular traveling clothes, you have a small bag hanging off your shoulder and a portable ladder with a flint. You wait for sunset before you head out, as it feels like sort of things are better done under the cover of darkness. However, everything still feels too bright. Every hanging lantern, every candle-lit window feels like an eye staring down at you. Winging your way toward the streets of the 7th arrondissement, you can't help but think about how out of the way this place would have been for Armand. Yet Pierre said that he was still a regular visitor. Despite yourself, you find your heart beating faster and faster as you get closer to the abandoned studio. Rounding a corner, you find yourself on an empty street, looking across the road at the studio. The windows of the small two-story building have been boarded, and there is a shallow hole in the roof. A sign nailed to the door reads, "Closer, on orders of the king." Glancing around, don't see anyone at all, as if the king noticed somehow closed the entire street. Rather than stand around in the middle of the dark street, you hike up your skirts and hurry across the road to the studio. You will notice that the door is nailed shut. Check the windows for loose boards, see if there is a way through the hole in the roof. Let's see this. Leaning back and craning your neck to examine the roof, you see there's a hole big enough for you to enter the building through, but you don't have a ladder or any way to get up there. For a moment you consider trying to enter the building next door so you can drop on into the roof, but it's better to do this as quickly as possible. Putting down your own light ladder, you start checking the boards of the windows, see if any of them are loose. On the third window you find one of set boards easily gives away, like it's being pulled out before. Someone else has been here. Gingerly you take down each of boards, leaving them in a neat pile by the window to be put back later. Secrets are easy to uncover when nobody knows that you are looking at all. You carefully ease yourself through the window, making sure none of your clothes get caught on any exposed nails. Once inside, you close your eyes for a few moments so they will adjust to the darkness faster. Inside the studio is even darker than you have guessed. Between the boards on the windows and the lack of lighting on the street, it's nearly impossible to pick out any details more than the walls and doors. You carefully use the flint stowed in the base of your lamp to light it. Then muffle most of the light with the hem of your cloak. Now that you have a little more light, you can see that most of the furniture inside is broken and enough things are missing to make you wonder how much the Guet Royal seized during their raid. It's also only a matter of time before someone spots you and comes to investigate. Your time is limited. Where do you plan to search for clues? Back room. The entrance to the back room isn't obvious, and if Pierre hadn't told you about it early, you might have mistaken it for a closet door. When you go to open the door, you notice that the latch has been torn off, probably a casualty of the raid. Inside the back room is cramped, most occupied by a circular table with some small chairs. Various notes are pinned to the wall, and as you shine your light about, you notice a slight glimmer under the table. What are you going to investigate in the back room? Look at those search under the table. You bend down to investigate under the table, trying to find what caught the light of your lantern and gleam at you from the dark. You find a small scattering of coins. It appears that at some point in the chaos, someone must have dropped their coin purse you and nobody noticed it. It doesn't bring you closer to our mount, but you'll never turn down free coin. Damn it. You find nothing else of value under the circular table. The perfect investigation has cost you some precious time. You gain some peril. Look at the wall. You link those notes on the wall are quite squid to read them. None of them make any sense, as if they were written in language or some kind of code. No, wait, it's just terrible handwriting. Eventually you can deduce the meaning of malformed letters. All the notes are suggested readings, fairy books and pamphlets. They seem to cover a broad range of texts related to a history and political theory. While some of the authors are French, you notice that most of them are from elsewhere in the continent, especially in Central Europe. While you are sure this list is inside, it won't be close to find Armand. Damn it. Okay, upstairs. The stairs creak underneath your feet as you make your way to the second floor. The long table and clutter suggest that it was used as a dining area. A small fireplace occupies one side of the room, a swath of ash spilling off the fireplace and onto the floor. Above the fireplace itself, a painting hangs onto the mantel. Stepping off the dash in front of the fireplace, you gear to take the painting off of its hook and examine it closely. It's not careful detail as some of others in the building, but there is such joyful energy to it. Where paint is really the joy making it. It's a dining scene done in a flat perspective that to make the actual room feel larger than it really was. All the men and women in the picture are laughing, clinking glass and looking merry. Even Armand. Armand's face looking back at you from the picture. A glass raised in mid-toast and a quill in his free hand. One side of him is a man you remember from your last night together with Armand. The man, his name is Isaac. On the other side of him is a young woman who you never seen before. Her hand is on his shoulder. You turn the paint back and forth, looking for more details until you hear some metallic shift. Flipping the paint over, you find a note tucked into the frame on the back of painting along with a key. You don't recognize the handwriting, but decide against taking the time to read the note now. While the letters passing in a condemned building, you can fold the note around the key and secret under your stays. You'll be able to investigate it later. Stranger and Stranger is now a label for your investigation on the Paris map. You can't be help but grin with such facts. These led you where you're looking for. Quick and quietly, you scroll to the window and you enter the building through. Peering through the window, it seems like the coast is clear for now. You lever yourself out the window and into the street. Outside, you fastly put the boards back where you found them on the window. Your ears perk up at the sound of approaching footsteps and you spot the flash of a of a lantern light off near buildings to get around their way, but as long as you keep moving, you should be gone before they arrive. Without even look back, you disappear to the dark alley you initially approached the studio from. With a precious lead in your possession and the toys none the wiser, you vanish into the night. Okay, we got a good thing in there. Nice. Nicely done. That's good. That is very good. It's gonna help us a lot. Okay, I need to rest. It's what I'm gonna need to do. There's a point of interest. I want to go there. I go there again. Go there again. At home, it takes all day for you to finally work up the nerve and do this. Just as sun sets, you finally pull the note and key out from under your stays. The paper is covered in familiar handwriting, written in rich emerald ink. Cher Armand, I will always appreciate your commitment to our cause, and I know France will be better for it. However, our chance of being caught grows with every passing day. I will not waste ink painting terrible pictures of consequences, as you are already familiar with them. If fortune turns against us, then I want you to flee Paris entirely and head to the border. If you show them my ring, then my society sponsors will protect you. I know you have objected to this idea before, but it's the only way for you to stay safe. To aid in this, I have a secret package under the loose floorboards beneath your stove. This key will open it. Your party conspiracy, Johanna. Turn over the letter and you find no additional writing, no additional context or explanation. Who is Joanna? How long has Armand known her for? Is she one of the people you will be writing back home? Heading downstairs, you walk into the kitchen. It's clean but crumpled, and Camille keeps it well stocked with fresh produce. You find the stove made of dark iron and standing on a set of clawed feet. Along your hands and knees, you feel around until you find a set of loose floorboards. You pull floorboards and fish around in dark until you find a small wooden box held shut by a padlock. You open it with the key you found behind the painting. Inside the box you find a magnetic compass, a map of Paris with notes concerning when the guards change at every one of the city gates, a signet ring and a leather bag heavy with coins. The note on map will make it much easier to traverse the city without being noticed by Guet Royal or by anyone else. You lost a quite offbeat peril. Nice. That's good. You look inside bag, that's a lot of coins. You gain 100. You look up from your sun windfall to see Camille standing in the doorway to the kitchen. Her eyes are darting between you and the box in confusion. I was just about to start making dinner, Camille says, pointing awkwardly at the stove. I just found a good sum of money and no $100. Care to explain? No. Then I gotta say this. No, about what? Camille asked, glancing between you and the bag of coins in your hand. Was that Monsieur Armand's? Why will you leave money in the house? For the first time since you have met her, you feel like Camille might not be telling the truth. Madame, what's going on? Who was Joanne? How well did she know Armand? Camille, why did Armand actually leave this house? We both got luck, that's what happened, and you lose money. Like that she doesn't tell. Let's give this. Camille looks utterly shocked when you press money to her hands. Madam, I can't possibly take this. It's too much. It's too. She turns off as she evaluates your expression and composes herself a moment later. You have given away 25 livres. Camille looks down at the money in her hand, then back at you and sighs. When you first came here, I didn't tell you the whole truth of Monsieur Armand's disappearance. A few weeks ago, while Monsieur Armand still lived here, some men came here in the middle of the night. I don't know why, but they tried to hurt him, Camille says, her voice low and afraid. I was in the cellar getting wine. So I hid down there in the dark until screaming stopped. Monsieur Armand managed to fight them off, but he was hurt and told that this man would come back for him. So packed his things, wrote the note for you and left. He thought that if he wasn't here, they will keep chasing after him and you will be safe. I was supposed to tell you what happened, but this house is just so big and empty. By the time you arrived, I was so lonely. I was afraid that if you knew the whole story, then you would leave. I will be alone again. I'm so sorry, madam. I never want to lie to you. It's alright, Camille. I understand why you are being afraid. Are there only value sticks you'll care to do right now? Let's say this. No, that's everything I have. I'm not much of one for sticks and intrigues. I don't think I'm very good at them. I should probably start making your dinner. Hopefully this news will be better off on a full stomach. Madam, I'll ask you to leave the kitchen while I work. Before I can ask any further questions, Camille ushers you out into the hallway. The door shuts quickly behind you, and all you can hear is the clattering of pots and pans as she starts furiously preparing food. You look over the signet ring that was included in the box. It's a finely made silver ring with a signet used for pressing seals in wax. Okay, you don't recognize the symbol on the ring, but the piece of jewelry itself looks very old. You're starting to wonder if this investigator will ever start answering more questions than it asks. Okay, so the man came to that Gouette Royale. Very good, very intriguing. Very intriguing. But, like I say, it's a visual novel, it's good, it's a good visual novel, I have to say that, because it's not like, when you read on Steam page you think like, oh, it's only to talk with me, like gossips like that. No, there is a story too. But it's like, okay, to take off the story takes a little bit, but because like the prologue is long too, and then chapter 1 starts, and when chapter 1 starts is when you start to see the story, right? That you need to know something about that Marcel, about your husband or fiancé, right? Because you still didn't marry with him, so fiancé. There's stories, so and of course it's about you that you need to discover, like that Marcel, you need to discover, it's about you, like you need to discover how to get that information. It's not the game that's gonna help you, it's you that needs to discover. Meanwhile, the story of Armand, the game gives you the objective where to go, because like it's about your fiancé, so they give you what to do right there on the map, and that's a good thing. You have like the Marcel, right, that is from the crown, it's you that needs to decipher. It's like a side quest. The main quest is about your husband. Of course, like you can see that the game will be huge in terms of hours, right? Because imagine this, I'm in 2 hours and something, and I'm only on chapter 1. So because you need to pay attention to a lot of things, you can't like pressing on to go to actions, you need to read everything carefully. So that's why I say this, like I play already a lot of visual novels, and this visual novel I knew it will be different, because it's not only by choice and a story, it's not only about that, it's like you need to go to parties, you need to get some gossips, you need to buy clothes to people like you, you have these right novels, you have these politics that you need to choose to where to go, right? You have these you have Pierre's request that can help to discover more about certain people, and can help the revolution to win against the crown, or crown to win, and then the others like church like that to when which one that wants the church, and the others the military to go to those sides to pick the sides that they want. There's a lot of things in this game, so it's like I say, it's a good game. It's a good game. There's a lot of things to do. You need to be careful. You need to always have money. You need to be careful with your credibility, your peril. Be careful with your exhaustion. So I will say like it's a good game to play and to buy. The problem is it's gonna be a long game. It's gonna be a long game, because like the other visual novels is like story and choice. Okay, very good. This is not all about that. It's like a lot of things. So you need to put in mind if you are deciding if you want to buy it or not. You have to put in mind that the game has a main story, the game has side quests. The main quest, the computer helps you to show where you need to go. And side quest is you that needs to decipher, and then you have other things to do to at the same time to obtain money, to obtain secrets, that is going to parties. And you need to buy wardrobe, you need a lot of things, so you need to think about that first before you're going to buy, because It, like I say in the beginning, it's not a normal visual novel. It's like they try to innovate visual novels, and I like that because, like, okay, visual novels, they were bad, and nowadays they innovate, like multiple endings, choices, good stories, and good artwork. In this, like, okay, the artwork is not like amazing, but what they did was the gameplay and the story that they did. Side quests, main story, the gameplay is different from others. You have a choice that will cause for the end of the game to see who win. So like if it's the crown that's gonna win, or it's the revolution that will win, and then this for what side they wanna choose. So there's a lot of things. So they innovate. Like, what I can say is that this game is trying to innovate and show at the same time that on visual novels you don't need only to have a story and artwork and multiple choice. You can have a lot of things that makes people want to play them and to come back to the game and try to beat and see what will happen. Of course, it's like, meanwhile the other visual novels is between 2 to 4 hours. I will say this maybe between 6 to 10 hours only to beat, because I'm only chapter 1. I don't know how many chapters the game is, but I will imagine between at least 4 chapters, but to beat one chapter takes a long time. So, but it's a good game. Like, when I played the demo had problems, the demo had some issues. People were talking about those issues, but it shows that they fixed some of them, and that's a good thing. And of course, they even show, like, when you're on prologue, they show tutorial, no tutorial. It's like, why they show that is because, like, first time that you are playing, go always to the tutorial to learn the game. And when you are doing second run, right, to see different choice and different ending, you have the choice to no tutorial. Like that, you skip immediate deaths. So that's a good thing that they did too. I have to give thumbs up. So it's like I said, it's a good game. It was worth to. Of course, I'm only going to do gameplay because it's gonna be huge, the game, and like, there is other games that I want to play. So, and I knew that, but at least I showed some gameplay to show how the game is. So, like, if you are a fan of visual novel and you want to play a new visual novel game, I will recommend to buy Ambitious. It's a good Ambition, a Minuet of Power. I think it's like that. It's hard, the name, but it's Ambition, a Minuet of Power. You can buy it already on Steam. It's already available. You can go there and buy it. You will enjoy a lot of hours with the game, and there is replayability for you. If you are not like a big fan of visual novel, but you don't have like a lot of games to play this week, I'll recommend you to check out the game, see it, and if you enjoy it, you continue playing until you beat it. So, hope you guys enjoy the gameplay of Ambition, a Minuet of Power. See you guys next time. Bye.